How are you gonna have beer with your mask up?
Huh?
Get a twisty straw.
I'm gonna figure it out. I don't know.
Sip through the mask.
Honestly, who cares? Sit through the mask.
You should like one of those helmets that like holds two up and just like cut a hole for a straw.
I could. I mean, this is all CGI anyways. Like, I'm not a real human being. This is a computer program. So I guess I can pull my mask down a little bit.
Instagram now has a button that you can click that says "Made with AI." I'm sorry, bro.
Made with AI.
I was gonna stop and get
T-Rev, still looking good? Looking good there? Everyone in frame?
You talking your
I don't
microphone?
know if I should put the mask down.
It looks like it
Oh,
looks
I
like
got-
on
I
my
actually
work
got
on
two
the
guys right there.
Yo,
on this fourth red line.
I hear that. Third red
But
line.
I can wear it.
Can I go to the red light? Red light check. Red light check.
Safety glasses.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. We might be a little too steezy now.
No, I think it's perfect.
Oh, yeah.
What is good? What is
actually look good.
Roses?
Yeah,
Well,
RosasRides.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
yeah,
hell
I love
we're
red
going
line.
crazy.
Roses.
Crazy on.
I'll take them.
Alright. I'm gonna look down at the little glass and exchange real quick.
This will be edited out.
No, wrong. This
No.
is beautiful content.
Let me watch
I like that attitude.
I like the weed whacker in the background.
You can go into.
Oh,
Evan breaks his back on camera. The podcast lasted 3 minutes, and we still went to the hospital.
Knockout.
That's cool. Made it through the ride weekend, and fucking dies after leaving the lot. Evan $1 million babies himself. That would go viral, I think.
Yeah, our best podcast
Yeah.
episode so far.
I feel like if I was to get majorly hurt, it would be doing something extremely stupid in the sense that, like, not necessarily dangerous, but just like, how the fuck would you get hurt doing that? If that makes any sense. I think that's clearly explained.
Maybe like horseback
Yeah, I
riding.
feel that.
Yeah.
Horseback riding? Is that what you just said?
Reaching for another beer in the cooler, slipping and getting
Well,
fractured your skull.
that's just a classic maneuver.
Yeah. That's a Tuesday.
That's it.
Yeah. Shoot, man. Yeah, out here in KC, we got RosasRides, Motarded, 2 straight killers, both with 2 completely different styles and flows. Definitely 2 unique riders.
Talented individuals. Y'all stand out. You got character, because I feel like people when they ride, I thought there's certain people that just ride, and then you guys like stand out. There's something way different about that. Obviously you're athletes, but it's like it's an entertaining thing that catches the eye, makes good content. Y'all stand out in the community, so it's definitely more than just fucking being at the lot. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when I'm at the lot, I feel like I would constantly ride. I'm never like just chilling out. Well, you know, I got my chill meals, but for the most part, I'll be riding hours straight. So that's what we do.
Yeah,
When I'm
We'll
at
give
the
you a
lot.
pro tip. Make sure you hold your mic steady.
Yeah,
Don't be swinging that.
I'm not used to
I
holding
feel you
my-
on that one, dude.
Hey, yo.
He said, I'm not used to it. What happened?
That's got hell.
Podcast tip by
real
Motarded.
comfortable real quick.
Crazy. Well, first off, before we get any further, I really appreciate you saying that. I'm just some dickhead that rides dirt bikes, so like, it's crazy to me that I've come this far.
That's why people love you.
I don't get it. I don't
Because
get
you're
it.
humble though. Because I think
I'm not
people-
humble. I'm just another guy, dude. I
That
ride bikes.
that just contradicts each other though. I'm not humble. I'm just another guy.
I just-
That's what humble is.
Dude, and
Respectfully, does that make sense?
you're always
Yeah,
fun to be
I
around.
agree.
I feel like the first 3 times I hung out with you, I was in 3 complete different cities at the bar, and all of a sudden I just feel somebody come up behind me and grab me, and I turn around and it's you. Just
I thought that was our
scared the
thing. Damn, kind of jealous.
Oh, shit.
shit. Heck yeah. Shoot, I guess we can go ahead and get it started off, man. I'll start with you. What's the craziest?
We have to edit that out.
Shit.
Producer. Yeah.
My
Side
bad.
note, can we swear?
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
you can swear.
I'm grabbing
I'll leave
We'll
that
fix
part out,
that
bro.
part.
My bad.
We're
That's
back
all
on. No, honestly, so we're at Mom, middle of the map.
In Mexico.
Yeah.
in Mexico.
Police escorted.
Right.
Unsanctioned ride.
I thought that was a private course.
Oh yeah, close quarters movie set.
No,
That-
it's,
so that
it's CGI.
The helicopter
Yeah.
wasn't for
Yeah.
media. I'm not gonna get this photo. Yeah. For context,
No, that, only Brian 636 does that. Okay,
Dude,
we don't have media.
that would be a really
Pull
cool
that
drone
off,
shot,
dude.
dude. My drone wasn't working. Can I get the police footage?
I think you'd have to go to court.
We might
so
have
that
to
you
lawyer up for
could-
it.
Yeah, so that you
it's
can
gotta be
request it.
public. No, they probably don't post that.
I tried to do the cheap route. I was looking at Kansas City News. trying to see if we could just take it off there.
That'd be pretty fucking cool. Dang, that's a missed
All right.
opportunity.
We already edited out the past part. Roses, what is your craziest travel story? Because I know you have for a fact definitely traveled quite a bit.
I guess my recent one when I went to Texas, it wasn't too recent, but the SBK ride. It's kind of wild. It was really wild. There was a couple choppers on us.
Yeah,
A couple.
that 15 minutes of riding we got in.
Yeah, no, that
solid.
whole 26-minute ride was super sick, and then
It was,
the
yeah.
rest of the night was.
Then it was like a
absolutely-
2-hour cruise around all of
Cruise?
DFW. Oh, we were cruising.
Cruise?
Cruising.
And I mean, I got a few, and lean back. There was a lot of crazy shit. Those rides are really crazy. So
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I was just thinking about the recent one, the SBK ride was kind of wild.
Yeah, I ended up having to lead a small pack back to my apartment.
Bold move,
Yeah.
Don.
Very bold.
I luckily lived in line with DFW International Airport, so it was a no-fly zone for helicopters, ferry birds.
I had 2 friends get arrested.
At SBK?
Yeah, but let go.
Whoa,
You remember that Jesse guy, the Australian?
dude! I heard about it. Can you imagine?
We don't even need to get into all of that
No.
drama, but
Scratch the top.
No.
Let's hear
he
it.
got arrested and he sweet talked his way out of it by being Australian. He pulled it out an Australian ID. And Louis was like, "Oh yeah, I'm here for a photo shoot. I don't know any of these guys. I just saw them yet," and just got let off.
I just met these guys at the gas station.
Yeah, they let him ride home. Unregistered bike, no insurance, no lights. They let him ride home.
That's
That's what they should
Australian.
do.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's real.
I mean, we're not hurting anything.
America.
Oh yeah.
Well, I feel like what skateboarding used to be like in the 90s was stunt bike or stunt riding is.
100%.
So it's like how it's so hated on for no reason, and then like make stupid rules like, oh, they're destroying stuff. It's like, you're not doing anything crazy.
I mean, there are things that happen, like that kid in Philly that
That
jumped in the
that's
women's
a-
Well, that's,
windshield.
that's the same thing with the skate
That's-
culture. You could have like one asshole out of 500, so that's not fair to put the whole group in there.
True,
but
true,
everyone,
true.
for the common essence of the sport, the core of it is people who just want to ride and have fun. So like
Yeah.
you're gonna have an asshole. You can have an asshole in a bowling league, or you can have an asshole going to play
100%.
baseball.
100%.
But some of these guys, you also got to think like adrenaline's high, so violence is more common. You are breaking the law, so I think they're more at peace with breaking the law. So there's a lot of circles kind of crossing that lead into a possible bad direction. But I think for the overall sport, it's just like what skateboarding is. People appreciate riding, want to ride, want to be left alone. And I kind of felt that vibe really strong today at the lot, because it's like it was a beautiful energy of everybody just riding. It's like we're just off to the side, not bugging anybody. But then you had the situation that took place yesterday. It's like so much hostility and anger and wasted resources. And Dan's even brought up like there was a shooting Friday. They couldn't find the
Yeah,
person.
so on our way to the hood ride, we actually passed a crime scene that was taped off. They had 6 cop cars, and I looked on Kansas City News to try and get updates on where the pack was because I got lost. And they had posted that there was a $25,000 reward for any information because they knew nothing. So it's like all the resources that got wasted on a group of guys on motorcycles having a good time and adding 5 minutes onto people's drives could have led to the arrest of somebody's
Ridiculous.
killer. It's interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of crime that happened in KC. Man.
Yeah, I wish more places could be like Chicago, because lean back is one of the best weeks of riding
Oh, yeah.
in the whole country.
But
And then you're going to the most violent area, so that's like a,
I was about to say,
Yeah.
but that's also
it's
because
also like why people
Yeah.
love the Tijuana ride, because it's like there's bigger shit to. Well, Tijuana's
Yeah.
not a good example. Never mind, scratch that, because then you have like mixed government. But
do not ride outside the country. We'll talk about that
Okay,
later.
yeah, never mind. Yeah, that was a bad.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, take that.
We'll be right
That after these commercials, roll roll the clip. But yeah. So that makes sense. Like Chicago, there's literally like cops like cleaning blood off their hands, like a bike ride.
Yeah.
By. They're like, I'm not gonna worry.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
instead of 50 homicides in the weekend of lean back, there's only 36. So it actually goes down while we're there.
You're saving
But
14
the
lives.
beauty of lean back is
Can you
that
imagine that on a flyer? I'm sorry, just think about that. Be like, we're dropping the death rate. Come ride the street.
We're helping you.
Yeah.
the beauty of lean back is we do go ride through all that crazy fucked up shit. But where are the hotels? They're in the suburbs. They're out of all of that in a very heavily monitored area, which is why the cops always come through that parking lot.
Oh yeah.
They're always there. We're not in the
Well, then also on that conversation, it's like bikers are the fucking worst resident or the worst guests ever. Like, dude, they're trashing the park. Like,
No, we're
literally-
terrible.
Yeah, I've been at rides where like we show up right before it, and then like maybe 2 hours later, like it's KSU, everybody's gone, and it's just like Modelo's, wraps, Gatorades, waters, Twisted Teas. It's just like they trash it. Like they were throwing a sex doll through the roof of our hotel.
There
Or,
may
like,
or may not have been a Roman
fireworks.
candle fight on our half of the parking
Oh,
lot.
yeah, like at 2
They
a.m.
fucking started it. They
They-
put a box
yeah.
in front of our trailer. Remember that?
Yeah, and they hit me in the foot first.
Ridiculous.
Uh,
I was one of the.
Are we still talking about the hotel?
Oh yeah, we're talking about the hotel.
That was the one with the oil pool.
Yeah.
Insert
Oh,
picture here of me.
Oh,
dude, that was disgusting.
I was, for the record, I was one of like the last 10 people there to
Yeah.
leave, and
Oh yeah, because we were talking to the day before
Yeah.
we went to the airport. Which is
me
also
and
nice.
Zach Goes were there, and a couple other people, and we walked around with a couple garbage bags that we
Yeah.
got from the front desk. We were like, "Hey, we want to clean up the parking lot." I found 5 tires in the bushes.
Yeah.
I found
Oil.
I found a
Yeah.
bomb in the bushes.
Oh, yeah.
I found like
I was looking for that. Shit, I knew I forgot something in Chicago. That explains so much.
yeah, it was ridiculous.
So I found 2 hookers and it was funny when we showed up. Our first goal, never mind. Our first goal was to find 2 things. Yeah, and one was alcohol, and the other one was something you could burn. And we walked out of the hotel. It took about 2 steps, and we found
They got one into one of those toy haulers.
They what?
There were some kids. All right,
Lean Bag is always a movie, man.
Lex is shit.
Yeah, I love them.
My favorite ride.
Dude, that's whenever I first met you. So we got split off, and me and you led a pack down Lakeshore Drive
I remember that.
because you were
I
swerving all 3
remember
lanes.
that.
So I was like, we're doing dirt bike things. I'm swerving this R7 as wide as I can.
Watch out for those invisible speed bumps.
Oh, dude, every 30 feet. Yeah, me and you literally swerving back and forth, and we get to the gas
I remember
station.
that
Dude, it's so
vividly.
good.
I
Bro.
remember that.
And that's whenever I first met you, and then we got
We
linked
had
up.
definitely seen each other once or twice
Yes.
before. I remember. I think the first time I ever like actually said what's up to you was at the Colorado ride. You were unloading your trailer. Your R7 was brand new.
Oh, yeah.
Stock paint and color and all that. But yeah, so what's up? And then we were just like whatever. But then that that was fun.
Yeah, that was.
And then that
It
was
went
like, all right, bro.
It went
like-
from being just another guy unloading the bike in the parking lot to vibing on a
Exactly.
on
Oh,
in a
what's up? You
pack.
want to play footsie, bro? God, man.
You guys are so like yin and yang. I
You're
really
recorded
appreciate
right
it.
now, you know?
Like, whoa, coming back, OnlyFans.
I'm squatting.
go to the
Patreon.
Yeah,
Go to
right.
Patreon.
We're putting a paywall in to see the rest.
That's
of
the
this
real
episode.
reason why you haven't booked a flight back home.
What?
If you're moving in,
Squatting, dude. Yeah, already right there. I'm sleeping on that.
I'm glad you made it to mom. I know it was like kind
Me
of last
too,
minute.
man.
I can't
I'm
believe
glad
I
all
made it.
you guys. I'm glad all you guys came here.
Oh, dude, love Kansas
Great
City is
turnout.
one of my favorite places to ride in, man. I rank it above Lean Back for me as far as the community. The
Oh, really?
KC community, dude. I just love all you guys, man.
We love everybody.
Everybody's so welcoming. Even if there are those little personal beefs, it doesn't come out like it does in Denver. It's just so much better. I told you we talked shit on this thing.
But yeah, straight up, man, it was a great turnout.
That was
Had a
awesome.
great time.
And your guys' streets are way better than Chicago's. They're still not great.
They're not great.
Yeah, I think
Not
the vibe-
great.
That's a valid fact. The vibe
The
is
match
match.
for sure.
Yeah, no, it's always good vibes up here, and I love it. I'll never miss mom. Middle of the map,
Cool.
Lean Back, Broward on top of the 3 that I try to go
I
to every
damn
year.
near missed it. I can't believe it.
Yeah, no, he just flew out.
Who got your bike here?
I didn't have a
He
bike.
did. He
I
just
was
got
an
it.
asshole.
Yeah.
Did you hear this story yet? So literally, I got back from Costa Rica, was in Denver for 24 hours.
Not even.
And then maybe not even, yeah.
No.
Bobby calls me Friday night at 2 a.m. Bobby Blocks, aka Sideshow Peanut, calls me at 2 a.m.
We might need to do the story behind that nickname here in a little bit.
But fucking called me at 2 a.m. He's drunk. I had been drinking a little bit. I was trying to recover some footage from Costa Rica that some police officers may or may not have deleted. Is that working still?
I was just having maybe potential issues with that one, but I'm listening. My bad.
Okay, good.
It wouldn't be an episode of the podcast if we didn't have
I don't see it.
any
Okay,
technical
now I'm
difficulties.
seeing some levels.
Yeah, I see all 3 of those, man.
Dang it, man.
Check.
Yeah, Roses, talking to yours. I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing in this one.
Were you talking to that one?
Yeah,
Sorry about that,
Barry
guys.
upset he wasn't able to set up that autograph booth at the beginning of the ride.
Still good?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh,
We're gonna roll.
okay,
Hold on.
We got 2
I was
different
just talking
backups.
shit. I was just talking shit.
Is mine still on? Is this still recording? Anything? Give me a line.
We'll just cut this completely out.
Give me a line.
Nonetheless, we have 2 different backups.
Is that working or no?
Yeah,
we got 2 backups, man. We'll just keep using the mics as props. That way it looks.
It's
more
not
fun.
props. It's gonna work.
All right.
It's not.
Oh, you're recording audio on this too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we got audio on the phone, audio on both.
Oh, well, you
both
could have
phones.
said something. I don't give a
I
fuck.
got you, I got you.
We're just trying to go as Joe Rogan as possible.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, boys,
Here's your editing signal, Danzy. Delete that out. All right,
We'll be right back.
Yeah,
Jamie.
technical difficulty. Yeah,
All right,
Jamie.
anyways, so yeah, I was in Costa Rica.
We need to go right back on point, by the way.
Yeah, dude, I'm on point. I'm telling you what, we're in this.
Fucking professional.
I tell
It's
you
fresh.
what.
It's fresh on the memory. It's a fresh scar.
It's fresh. It's a very fresh car. We'll get into that detail later. We'll be right back. Anyways, so I get back from Costa Rica and I'm at home for really 24 hours. I'm up late one night editing footage, trying to recover some footage off of my GoPro SD that was deleted by police officers in Costa Rica. We'll be right back. Give me that later. But fucking Bobby calls me at 2 a.m. Friday night. I'm drunk, he's a little drunk, and he's with everybody here. They're like, why aren't you here? We miss you. I'm like, all right, fuck. You want me to come there? You got a bike for me? And they had a bike for me lined up. I bought a flight, 2 a.m.
So is that 2 a.m. Friday morning or 2 a.m.
2
Saturday
2 a.m.
morning?
Saturday
Saturday
Yeah, we're
morning.
out late.
Wow.
Yeah.
2 a.m. Saturday morning. Stayed up till shit, real late. Back and get my shit together, get my stuff set up, and then slept for about 2 hours. Woke up, drove to the airport, got on a plane, flew here, made the midnight.
Now you're just nomads with no return ticket.
And
Yeah.
came back with a wild story. I think this is the perfect time to get into
Oh,
that.
jumping right back into it. All right. Well, yeah, I was in Costa Rica for the last week and a half, 2 weeks, and doing cool rainforest stuff, my family, whatever. And then the last day, I was in the capital city, Costa Rica, San Jose, in Costa Rica. And there's some bike life down there. And Sig was able to call some people and get a pass off lined up for me, and they actually created a whole event for that and made me a flyer and all this stuff. And I was expecting, 30, 40 people to show up to this ride. And he texted me and he was like, they're gonna treat you like royalty, like you have no idea what's about to go down, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, I don't know what to expect, but it'll be something, I'm sure. 200 plus people show up. I've got people coming up to me every 30 seconds asking to take a picture with me, and it was one of the craziest
That's pretty
experiences
cool,
of my life. It was so
That's really
cool. So cool. And yeah, I just had to use a translator all night because I do not speak Spanish.
You had a person to help you?
No, like my
Google
phone.
Translate.
Wow.
Yeah, the app, dog.
That's
Really
why-
slowing conversations down. You're like, this is
Yeah.
old.
Nah, yeah, my Spanglish did go crazy though.
And that's why it was difficult to talk to certain police officers because they commented that you were not able to get to your phone.
I wasn't able to get my phone. Yeah, so we finished the night of riding. We had gotten chased a handful of times, but it was good. We made it back to the shop. I put my pass off up in the shop, locked it up, and they were giving me a ride back to my hotel. And I just jumped on the back of this like Yamaha DT or some old cafe style Chrysler, and we literally rode 2 minutes from the shop, pulled onto a main street, 2 police trucks were on the street. They immediately got behind us, lit us up, turned their sirens on, and were yelling at us, and everyone just started to take off. So naturally, we take off with them. But I'm on the back of this bike, and the dude that's driving it is just staying in the back of the pack. We're like the last 2 bikes from these cops. And I'm just like, okay, like, what are we doing? And I can't talk to him. I don't speak Spanish. I can't be like, go, fucking get to the front. Like,
That'd be tough.
I don't know what to do. So I'm just sitting there kind of frozen. And
And you're also like completely at the willingness of his skill set and decision making.
100%. And like,
That's the fearful part of this situation. The language barrier adds a whole layer, but the fact that you're like, you don't know this
but
guy's skill
that
set.
could be solved. But the skill set, that is, yeah. And no disrespect, I really do enjoy this guy. Like, he was a great guy, but like, you look, you a worm, dog. Like, for real. It's not-
I don't know if he's watching this. We don't have it.
Well, we don't know.
He
We don't
doesn't
know.
speak English,
So
so
it might not be international yet,
Yeah.
but we'll see. We might get there.
Interesting.
Anyways, all of a sudden we're flying. We've got these 2 truck cops behind us. The pack all of a sudden hits this left turn, and me and this guy go to hit the left turn. He goes so fast, slams his brakes, goes in way too low, and we almost crash. Like, we do the jump off hobble and get back on the bike, keep going. And the whole pack's going straight. We've got now 3 police trucks behind us.
Oh my.
Next intersection we get to, he hits a left over the last 2 bikes in the pack. The whole pack keeps going straight. all the cops follow us. They say, yeah, fuck the other 20, 30 bikes, we're going after these two assholes. They hit the left, all follow us, one of them pulls in front of us.
Do you regret not taking a taxi back to it?
I didn't know what the fuck was going on. They were just trying to be.
I'm sorry.
They were just trying to. No, they were just trying to be good hosts. I was going to take an Uber.
Yeah.
I
didn't know if they had Uber down there. That's why I
Oh,
said
they
that.
had. It is cheap as hell. I'm telling you what. The Uber app is ridiculous.
Yeah, it was like a 55 cents Uber. You get like
Straight
$1.
the
She
fuck up.
freaks
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, and then I get fucking over again. Yeah, so we hit the left. The guy goes straight. The cops all follow us, and then one of them pulls up in front of us. Pretty sure one of them fucking pulled the gun on us from the back seat, and they were just yelling, "Alto, alto, fucking stop!" And dude who's driving the bike pulls over and puts his hands up. The cops tap us with their truck and cut us off. All jump out, run up while we're both still on the bike with our hands up, kick the bike over while we're on it. And we're laying there pinned. They grab him, they grab me by my fucking jacket, throw me on the fucking ground again, put my face in the concrete.
Wow.
And first thing this cop does, I've got a GoPro on my head recording, rips my GoPro off my helmet and turns the video off. And they just hold me down there, and they rip my jacket up and search my waistband. I think they thought we were drug dealers or something like that. So they're looking for guns or drugs or something on me. But yeah, he's holding me down. I've got two holding me down. They're searching me, and then they flip me over and open my windbreaker pouch. And they're like, "What's in here?" And I have my hands up, and I start saying, "American, American, American." And I give them my ID. That says Denver, Colorado. And they're like, "Oh shit." I don't know. I think it means something. I think it means they probably don't want to, beat me up or anything like that. They pick me up, move me a little bit forward and face me towards the curb, and then I hear them kicking and beating my buddy in the background while they're yelling at him in Spanish, like, "Why the fuck didn't you stop?" I had him translate all this to me later. And they literally beat his ass for like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, I feel like it sounds like in this country, if you try to claim police brutality, you go missing.
Yeah, and you lose your GoPro footage, and then you're fucking dead. So they're beating him up, right? And I turn around and look.
Have they not heard of the George Floyd riot?
Literally, I'm lying on the ground, they face me towards the curb. I turn around and look, and there's a cop on each side of them. One of them's kicking him, and one of them's fucking hitting him. Like, it was fucked up. And then I look up right in front of me, the cop's in there, and he looks down at me and goes, like, "Don't look." Oh, I'm like, "Oh." And I fucking just put my head right back down the concrete.
Got real comfy.
Yeah. And then, whatever, I give my ID, and I'm saying, "Habla inglés," like, "Habla inglés." Not one of these fucking cops speaks any English. And I can't translate shit, like, it was not good. And then, the sergeant, or whatever, the higher cop, walks up to me, and I go, "Habla inglés?" And he goes, "No." "Habla español?" And I'm like, "No." Like, just fucking like, "No." And he looks down at me in broken English and says, "You in my house, this Costa Rica." And I look up at him.
He must be a
like,
Vin Diesel fan.
I'm still fucking lying on the ground like this while he's saying this. I look up at him, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to fucking jail." I'm like, "I'm done." And then we spend the next hour and a half there with the cops. They just left the bike on its side, flooded the shit out of it, gas all over the street, some old car. But a couple more of the bike lab people pulled up in a car. So we had like even numbers, police officers to friends there. And they all started arguing with each other, and fucking the locals started talking to the cops. Eventually got it worked through. And they were asking me how I knew these people, all that. I literally said, "I met them today." Like, "How'd you meet them?" "The internet." They're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know. I fly back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Like, you let me go?"
You thought you were flying back at 7 a.m.
Yeah. Deported.
That means you're going home, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Just flying out.
That's why I was saying that. I was like,
Airlines.
you don't even pay for it.
You could be like a
I'm sorry,
shipping
look,
container, yeah.
I'm out. Like,
Yeah.
it's good.
Just get me to the airport. I will
That's
not come back.
It's always scary going out of the country.
Terrifying, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's scary going out of town.
Sure, go back.
Yeah.
I want to.
I hate breaking laws in other countries. I'd like don't
you
want
don't
to
know
do
the laws.
anything
You don't know
fucking
most of the
illegal.
laws.
Well, at the same time, like when you are an American, I feel like they're like, "Oh, we can fuck this guy's world up," and they have you by the
Yeah.
balls.
Yeah.
It's like literally none of. I mean, no, I'm not trying to serve any time in Mexico. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
dude.
I've never-
that would be like the ultimate.
Shout out CJ.
Yeah. Yo, that's like
That's what I thought, bro.
Wow.
And that's like when lose your paperwork or like your passport goes missing. Like, oh, you
know,
can't leave.
the
now.
cops
You know
have
what he's referencing, right?
Yeah, CJ.
Yeah.
Oh,
or-
Remember
yeah.
the whole podcast?
Uh,
CJ Graham getting arrested at CSR.
Yeah, I remember this.
The shit beat out of him by cops. Getting held.
And then they
Yeah.
planted the gun.
Yeah,
Planted a gun on him, all of that. Yeah.
See, that's the type
So-
of stuff they're like. You
When
wouldn't
I'm
have no
fucking held
weed.
on the ground and they're pushing my face in the concrete, my thought process is, okay, I'm about to be CJ.
That's what
I'm like, I'm in a third world country.
Oh,
I'm in Costa Rica. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
that Uber had AC. I'm sorry, I saw the window. I saw the opportunity.
And an iPhone.
Oh,
Crazy.
probably had free mints or something.
Crazy.
Yeah, 5 out of 5 stars.
But yeah,
On the
it was,
Odyssey. Yeah.
it was
I'm
just
sorry, I
a
saw
tip.
that. I feel bad now.
You're,
Yeah, man,
you're
I-
fine.
I can't imagine how it feels to be out. I've never left the country yet, but like whenever I go to a new city for the first time ever and go ride, like dude, it's stressful, man. Like you don't
It's
know,
adrenaline, it's
you
different.
don't know where to dip off. You don't know what neighborhoods
You start
are
getting
good.
chased,
You
you
know,
look.
like the next gas station.
Yeah,
is-
like example is
I'm
like,
always worried about gas.
oh
That's
dude,
the
yeah,
thing.
As you ride
When I'm
with
out
two
of town,
stroke.
oh yeah.
I'm always worried about gas.
Oh, that adds a whole nother layer.
Yeah, you stressed me out, man. Whenever we were doing our little cruise in Dallas, I look over and I'm like, everyone good? And Roses is just fucking Roses is just pointing at his gas tank, like I need gas now. And if we pull over to a gas station and there's a freaking it turned out to be CPS, but I was bugging at first because I just saw black and white with cop lights. So we ended up fueling up and then just zipping down back the highway.
You know how, quick sidebar, you know how that dumbass Australian Jesse got arrested? His starter went out on his bike that morning, and he was like, "Oh, I'll be good, yeah. I'll just bump start it every time." I was
That
like,
sounds fucking.
I was on a fucking YZ 450. I was like, "Okay,
Dude,
good luck, chief."
Yeah,
That's
Well,
how-
yeah, they're at a gas station. They get pulled up on by like fucking 4 cops, and he's like, "Oh shit!" Tries to start running with it. Done.
that's not a knife. And that's not a good idea. Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. Like, if I was riding trails, I'd get away with that. But if I'm like
Yeah, why
going on
the
a street
fuck
ride,
would you
yeah.
risk that?
Yeah. Can you imagine that helicopter footage? That's some fucking tall, lengthy Australian trying to start his bike from a gas station. Oh man, we need to figure these things out how to get that footage.
Yeah, we do.
Dude, one of the homies was on a Z125 at that ride, and he was trying to follow the pack that was going fast down the highway. Because you had everybody that was on the 2-strokes, they had to get off the highway, man. They couldn't keep up with the highway speeds.
you're gonna
Everyone was
blow
going
your
on
shit
street
up.
bikes. So they dip off, but the Z125 tries to keep up on the highway. Dude, he's at the back of the pack, 4 cop cars. Didn't even run again. He just pulled over, man. He pulled over, and the cops were like, run out of gas. And he's like, oh, I couldn't go anymore. I just now saw you
I
guys.
would have kept pushing. But
So he spent the night in jail, but didn't catch the big F, didn't catch the felony, and he had to pay $400, $200 for the bail, and then $200 to get the bike out of town.
That ain't
So
shit.
not at all, dude.
That is
It's
not
something
misdemeanor.
now. We
What
could
the
have
fuck
spent
is
something.
Someone's doing
You could have spent that on bike parts.
Love that.
Oh yeah,
I love that.
But nah, they gotta take all of our money.
yeah. And it was a Z125. That
Hey,
fully
yeah,
spun
yeah,
out,
yeah.
$400, fully spun.
We could do that too.
That's fucking. That blows my mind. That's nothing.
I don't know, that's crazy.
Well, then, dude, as hard as they've been going, man. Honestly, a lot of the Dallas PD has been they're pretty cool, man. They've been waving at us here lately. Fort Worth has been sending out fan mail to people though.
That I've been seeing that. That's
So-
I'm worried about that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
We're on their mailing list.
sure you are.
I wonder why. We've discussed this. Full
Yeah.
legal name is Instagram.
SBK too. Everyone that they arrested that I knew, they showed every single person Adrian's Instagram. And they were
Oh.
like, do you know who this is? Where
Oh,
is
yeah.
he?
Adrian's
Why?
EZZ? Oh wow.
Oh.
He's
keep-
a good buddy of
Yeah.
mine too. Keep
All you
on.
gotta do.
These
I
guys
don't
can't
know.
really
I
be
barely
that
know.
good at
No,
their
no, I'm
job.
talking, you know,
Like, never mind, I
on
should
the
have
side.
put the
Oh yeah, no, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Russia. That's
No,
what
really
they
can't
did.
be that.
Putting it
The
in
dude, the Australian was Jesse was like, oh no, I don't know. Literally on his Instagram story, he had fucking videos tagged. Adrian.
That's like that dude. That's like one of the homies. We're not gonna throw his name out here, but
We'll make you
there was a yeah.
Let me get some.
There was some red and blue lights behind a small pack on a Thursday night, and this guy had a modular helmet and took a selfie video right in front of cutting the cop car off, and just cruising, like not messing with him, just cut him off and just sitting there taking a selfie. We get to the gas stop, like, the cop leaves us alone, waves at us, very friendly and goodbye, and get to the gas stop. He edits a video with the Bad Boys theme song, puts it up there. We finish the ride, and we're hanging out at the trucks, and 4 squad cars and a van pull in, and they immediately walk up and they say, "Hey, so where's so and so?" and says it by their Instagram name, and we can hear the music of the video playing on the officers' phones, and they're looking at the video, comparing it to everybody in the parking lot.
Oh god.
Did that person?
No, that person luckily did not park there. Ended up cruising from home, but yeah, everybody got let go that night with just warnings.
Yeah.
It's good. So.
Sidebar for half these idiots on Instagram. I cover my face. It's not fully covered right now, but fuck you, try to find me, you fucking pigs.
Yep.
No, don't listen to that. It's okay. I love you. Love Twitter. But
Not. You stupid.
kids. No,
We're
they
actually
off
in
the bike.
Tijuana right now.
I was gonna say, I think they caught you.
No, they caught me.
Like 3 days ago.
That's the first time. That's the first time I'd ever been caught up on a bike. Period.
Well, luckily it was in a place that doesn't play up.
Yeah, luckily it was in a place where they beat the shit out of my
They had
friend behind
instead
me.
of a computer in the squad car, they had a Rolodex. Just,
No shit.
just going through everything.
He's like putting your information on a post-it note. I put you on file. Under white American.
Under El Gringo.
Yeah, no shit.
Perfect.
Well, I'm
Man.
glad you're safe. And then, I mean, to touch on Mom this weekend, that was fucking nuts. And I'm glad everybody in our circles are safe from my understanding.
Oh, and I heard what I heard was a higher up supervisor came out and made them take the spike strips out of the road and let everybody go. And I think
Spike strips?
Oh, you didn't hear about that?
No.
Oh.
I guess
So-
it's me.
so-
Give a little story time to the people.
So we're hanging out in a private parking lot, and we just
Wait,
got
the main line?
yeah, main ride.
They spike strip the main
hanging
line?
out, dude. We get
Did
in.
you not go?
No, I was there, but we
No,
jumped
it was
the
at-
curb. We went out
the
the
back
front
side
side,
and the front
yeah.
side.
They spike strip.
Yeah,
So at
so
the end of the ride.
at the very
Shut
end of the
up.
ride, they
Looking back
whenever they
at
were
the whole
videoing
situation.
for our media up in the air. So first one comes in, turns on his camera, and then 4 or 5 swarm in, and that's whenever they start stopping vehicles, and anybody that has a motorcycle in the back of their truck, they pull IDs, and yeah, they threw down some spike strips, and then there was a convertible Mustang that jumped the curb and distracted the Dirty Bird.
Heard about that.
So that, and
I
it
didn't hear that.
diverted a lot of heat. But yeah, supervisor came in and said they really couldn't do what they were doing because we weren't in their city, and they made them remove the spike strips so everybody could leave.
And it's
they
just
That's
this magical thing called private property.
Man,
Oh, yeah.
And to be honest, they usually always love us. You know,
yeah, and
we
the last
never hurt anything,
And
and
we're not even riding in their city.
yeah, the
Yeah,
last
like
2
we're in-
years, man, I've been here. We've talked to officers at the gas station. Be like, hey man, are we good? Oh yeah, you guys are good.
yeah,
Do people
most
go in
of the
circles
officers
at the
here
gas
are
pumps and
friendly.
everything?
They love us too.
Yeah, wasn't there some sort of word that they just had like some extra people in town?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard they had a little task force, but it was mainly for
They're-
the street
Yeah,
racers.
they're really cracking down on the slideshows.
Yeah,
I mean, that
but-
makes sense. It's just
I mean,
unfortunate.
that's
And
where
then,
roads cross
us
over.
out there just distracted, and then
Yeah.
distracted them, so they got on us.
We're just doing our
Yeah,
thing.
They're bored. They're sitting around. They see us. They're like, "Oh, no."
And which,
let's
like I
have
said
some fun.
earlier, man,
try
like-
and get some motherfuckers.
I was-
The side shows are blocking traffic for
I was
an
literally about to
hour.
say.
We add 5 minutes onto somebody's drive, and most people love it. Like, there's so many kids, and
Yeah.
Missouri's the
Exactly.
best about it, dude. ROC, I got to go to the last ROC that there ever was.
Fuck yeah.
There's kids and parents hanging out the windows, like, heck yeah.
Yeah, when
like,
we were driving through
oh,
London,
man, all videoing, all happy, everyone loving it.
one of the homies dapped up this like little kid in the backseat. I swear,
I saw that
changed
shit.
like,
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
that
That's
that
cool.
kid's gonna get a motorcycle in the future.
That's one of my
Sure.
favorite things. Inspiring these kids.
It was just funny. Even when we were leaving breakfast this morning, we were headed to lot. We were at a stoplight right outside. It was just like this kid was just like smiling, staring at all you guys. Like, there's like 4 or 5 other bikes lined up.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody looked kind of cool and shit. Like the vibes were right. And just that kid was just smiling, staring.
Well,
and
and
like
I
you
was-
could tell, he just was like looking at all of them overwhelmed. Like
And
it was
I
like
was-
5 Ferraris in front of him. I don't know.
I was planning on just chilling to go to the lot because it was just easier to not load up the bike and ride. And then there was a kid in the back seat. Dad rolled down the window in the car for him, so
Yeah,
I'm clutching up a wheelie. It's
Yeah,
of course.
it's
Yeah,
happening.
of course.
But yeah, talking about that kid getting a bike in the future. Where do you guys think the split is on what type of bike you get? Because you guys both are in technically 2 completely different. I know you have obviously the little
Yeah, we'll let
little
their
dirt
Right,
bike.
baby.
He's a blended.
We'll let
I
that
love
guy
all
start.
bikes, man. I love
But-
all bikes.
But like you went the bike life, dirt bike route. What attracted you?
I mean, I've owned everything. I've not
That's
everything, but I've owned MTs and FZs. I've owned a Harley. I've owned Groms. I've
You
owned
killed
a
it.
Forgot about
moped.
Atlanta.
Fuck
You
that
shouldn't have
guy.
got rid of that Harley.
I did get rid of it. It's a
I don't know
lemon.
why you
I
did.
told you.
It was
I
a
told
lemon.
you.
I got rid of it,
You
and then
were-
it spent
you
the
were
next
killing
2
it.
months sitting in my shop.
I
on
love
the
your
lift.
honesty. I know you're just like
That's
that's
what
what
it takes.
Yeah.
That's
He's
what
a friend. He's encouraging you.
Hey,
Get a Harley.
That's
I
what
don't
it
know the
takes to
situation.
ride that
dude.
bike how you want to ride.
Hey,
Dude,
yours
I
is
told
all
him
maintenance.
whenever he made that Motarded logo and it was the Harley parts in the jumbo, I was like, that's what your Dyna's gonna look like in a week, bro.
Oh.
That's why you made it. He was a fortune teller on that one,
Got
dude.
my-
Foresight.
Yeah,
He already
You
knew.
should have just, did the
Nah,
maintenance,
nah.
fixed it up, kept riding that thing.
I did. Every time it broke, I fixed it, and
Oh,
it
And
literally.
you fucking murdered that thing.
No, but it was
That's
stupid
what's fun about
shit every time. And I'm just like, okay, it wasn't built right. What it was, let me explain this, let me give you a little context, okay? This bike was a barn find from some old dude. It was a 2003 anniversary edition Dyna lowrider, and got it to Colorado, and then literally just slapped stunt parts on it. Like my guy who got it just threw shit on it. And it was all right, but that motor was not it. The motor and
What
the
oil you
internal.
run?
Well, and I feel
What
like
oil did you run? I'm just
Good,
curious.
good shit. I couldn't tell you. I
Okay.
don't know dick, but
I feel like
I
Harley's
don't know
also
dick
just
about
harder to
foot.
maintain. I've never owned one, but they're just like such like rambunctious things, like shaking and shit. And it's
They're-
like,
everything violently shakes loose. Like,
one of the homies was talking about putting exhaust on it. He was talking about how hard it's just putting exhaust because it's like you have to like put Loctite on fucking everything. So like,
Mhm.
when I take something off, you're like removing every single bolt has fucking Loctite on it. So it's like
But
yeah,
Harley's
I
just in theory seem like it'd be a fucking
Like on the exhaust head bolts, I wouldn't lock that.
I'm kind of speaking in general terms. I've never owned
I
one.
feel like
And-
you'll,
and as
you'll
a-
have a bigger chance to breaking a stud that way. I
Yeah.
feel that way.
Valid.
That's why I haven't.
It's just
locked-
interesting because I've
never
ridden
had
some
an
at the
issue.
lot, and it's like, dude, they're like shaking the whole.
But as
Yeah.
as a positive on them, it's one of the coolest things. I don't know.
It feels like you have a Camaro underneath your balls.
Not
So that's
even-
exactly what it feels like.
Okay.
It's just so crazy, man, because and
A
I'm not
69
trying
by
to
the way,
like
not
talk
like a new
down on it,
Camaro.
but dude, once you get a cruiser up, like yes, clutching it up is a slightly difficult because you gotta like slip the clutch instead of dumping the clutch, else you just spin out.
Sometimes.
But like once you get it up there, it's so heavy that it just plants.
Yeah.
And it's so
Yeah.
stable up on one wheel, and you have so much more room to play with because of the weight. It's in my opinion easier once you get it up, but it just looks the coolest because it's not supposed to.
It
be
looks
that.
sick, and not even the actual part of stunning it, but something about cruising my Harley in California. It's the history. It's
Dude.
when I'm sitting at a red light and my fucking arms are going. Like what the fuck is that?
Like I
It's just so different.
Like I told him last night, I really want to visit California.
Yeah,
I
you're
really,
coming
I
out.
I've
want
never
to.
been.
I want to try out.
Mark
the
has
hills.
not seen
I
the
love
ocean.
hills.
We're
I love riding on hills.
gonna trip into work.
And
You too.
I really
You
want
like-
to.
give me a
That's
phone
right.
call,
Check
right?
it out.
Yeah, I'm really trying to go out. I want to say it's San Diego, right?
I live in
Francisco.
San Francisco now.
Alright, my bad.
I live in the right.
And man,
Oh!
from wherever you're
Shots
at,
fired.
hey, listen, from wherever you're at, the view is just crazy. I'm school living. All the
Everywhere.
buildings, man, just views.
Everywhere. It is.
All that is.
It is my
Well,
favorite
the
city.
pictures, I see, but
Yeah, it is my favorite city to ride in, hands down, forever, because it is literally a playground for whatever kind of bike you're on. Whether you want hills, you want twisties, you want fucking straight
hills
flat
that I've never
roads.
even
it
like
has-
could imagine like would
Yeah.
be a street.
Yeah,
You know?
hills you can jump on a dirt bike.
Yeah.
You fly down and go, "Mwah!"
Is that
I
where
wanna
they filmed that
experience
Tesla jumping that?
No, that's Southern California. That's
Oh,
that
okay,
famous
okay,
hill that
okay.
everyone jumps.
Okay.
But fuck, who was it that just did that?
On
The
the
dirt
Harley?
rider that does the urban. Who is that?
Buttery?
No,
Raw?
not Buttery, not Buttery. There's.
Was it Raw out there?
I've seen him.
Yes, Colby Raw.
You got me turned on to
You see the jump he did in
Bro,
SF?
I keep
Where he
going.
set up the ramp on the hill?
All of his
and
shit,
smacked that?
all his shit, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
When he goes to Home Depot and
So sick.
so he did
So
one not too long ago with
sick.
Ronnie Mack.
I love that.
So yeah, for context, he goes to Home Depot and they have like this quick ramp they'll build utilizing like a Home Depot cart. They'll put cement bags underneath the front tires and they'll build like a makeshift ramp. And I guess there's like Home Depots where they're at where it's like big drive-through, so people like drive their truck in almost, and they'll like set this ramp up, ride in their bike. Fucking like have it all like set up by one of their homies. They got a camera set up and they'll like jump these ramps inside of fucking Home Depot.
It's wild. Watch
Yeah,
it.
yeah, but
Hey,
just
watch it.
urban
I've seen
straight
some Harley
stuff.
riders. I'm not sure if it was in Francisco, but I've
I've
seen
seen that
them
jump.
jump some hills just
Yeah.
like that dirt bike rider.
Yes. Yeah.
And That's kind of wild, man.
I've seen that shit.
Dude,
It's
watching
hard
Bike
to
Like
see what
Mikey,
Harley's-
bro. Watching Bike Like Mikey jump that
That
cop cars in
was
the shows
crazy.
is gnarly.
Like the skate, yeah.
Yeah, and then him and CJ are jumping gaps while on one.
Yeah,
video.
yeah,
Yeah, the
That was
videos of
gnarly,
CJ hitting the
bro.
gutters in LA were
Yep.
I'm waiting to see a silver one do it in Kansas City. It's gonna end up looking like that Dyna that somebody else has.
I need to get some better suspension for that.
Are you still on stock?
No, I got Legends.
Okay, okay.
But not the best. No, I'm saying like not their top of the line Legends shop.
So still $5,000.
Yeah,
but
we're
just
still-
not
there's
the-
still a lot of money, but
Yeah.
That's funny.
yeah.
Yeah,
They
you,
sponsor
are you
you
trying to
or
get those ones
they
that have
don't?
the
That's
extra
right.
reservoirs on the top?
Huh?
You trying to get the ones that have the extra reservoirs that come out and sit on
Yeah,
the top?
yeah,
Those
yeah.
are clean, dude.
I
That's
wouldn't
just
say
kind of
so.
like a
It's a
looking
little
like
bit.
badass setup.
I feel like it's kind of rough, but I don't know.
That's such a big bike to be thrown around. That blows my mind.
Oh,
And on that
Bro,
topic,
honestly, I feel like I'm sorry to interrupt,
No,
but
you're good.
I feel like it's damn near the same as any bike. You know what I mean?
I just
All
like trying to
it-
steer that thing, move it around, maneuver it. That's a hell of a fucking bike.
all it is just getting used to the bike and
Yeah.
the technique to clutch it up.
It's so
That's
funny.
all it
You
is.
know, me and him were just at a family function for a friend of ours, and there was an older dude. And somehow we got to talking about Harleys and stuff. And he's like, "You can't wheel a Harley." And I'm like, "You fucking old." I was like, "Times have changed, old man." And he literally was so confident it couldn't happen. I'm like,
check this out.
yeah. And I think I tried to pull something up. He was so confident. I was like, "All right, I'm not even gonna."
No,
Dude,
dude, I mean,
anytime-
Yeah. Like, it's AI.
Anytime someone says that no way you can't do that, I always pull up Low Life stuff, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
Low Life's savage, bro.
That's a
That
very
bag
good
is
example.
so
On any bike,
flashy.
that can be
Yeah, no,
Oh, yeah.
it could be a Harley, it could be a bag, or it could be a one ten.
I was just gonna say, I think like,
Dude,
yeah.
those 110s,
Or
man.
a dirt bike, or a quad, or
Yeah.
a jet ski, or a
Fucking-
enter anything here.
Dude.
Anyways, I was gonna keep us on track with the Harley shit. So, what were we talking about? Why he has the variety of bikes he has?
Originally, I asked you why you chose dirt bikes, and you started talking about him.
Oh, I was gonna say you can go first because he's got the whole variety.
Well,
So,
I mean, dude, just because I love riding any bike, simple as that, straight up. You know,
Nah.
anything on two wheels, dude, I love riding it. Even
Yeah.
if I'm riding on two wheels, you know, let alone one wheel, it just
Four
seems more
wheels?
fun. But
What's the most rewarding or fun bike
I
for
was
you?
just about to ask that. dude.
this thing right here, this
Heck
is my
yeah.
pride and joy.
Here, we'll
But,
scoot over.
The Harley, man, it's almost equal to this. I really love that Harley.
I feel like I'm getting old because, like, respect. That's a beautiful bike. But
Thank
my
you.
eyes are running towards stuff like this. And like, I literally 5 years ago, I'd be like, "You fucking lame ass," and now I'm like,
It's
yeah. Especially like some old man shit. I'm like, that's actually
riding, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm actually getting New Balance. I'm just waiting for them to come in.
Brother,
Man,
Yeah.
I had
And
a
flame tattoo.
cruiser for a little bit. It was a fake Harley. I had a Yamaha Bolt.
I remember
was
that.
throw around. And then I had the little mousetrap incident, and like ended up
I
selling.
remember talking to Gio. I was like, "What kind of Harley stands you ride?"
Oh, yeah.
That ain't a Harley.
Oh.
I was like,
Nah, it ain't a Harley, but it lasted. It was you could beat it up and didn't have to do anything to the motor, which was
That
nice.
was a badass bike.
But man, I loved cruising it, but then I started doing the stoppies more and couldn't really stop it.
Hell
And dude,
no.
stoppies are just so addicting, man.
I haven't seen anyone do a stop in person, but I did see a video of that Dinah doing a stop.
I was just
and
about to
I was
say-
like super impressed.
So he actually asked me about it, and I pulled up Dyna Stoppies on Instagram, and dude, turns out there's way more dudes doing it. Like,
oh really?
definitely, they're Harley for because like there's dudes that do the sport bike front end swaps on like Sporties,
Mhm.
but these dudes were on Dynas, and it had a Harley rake and looked like Harley forks.
"Should
So
we
like
close this garage?"
they had to have been. I mean,
I think we've kind of committed at this point.
committed.
I'm in it.
We'd have to
I
listen
respect
to the
We're gonna make it work. Positivity all around.
I love it.
I appreciate
Yeah.
that. We're gonna make it
I mean,
work.
it's the bugs and it.
They're not gonna be
I'm
ready.
still
It's a
trying to
bug,
start a
dude.
two-stroke.
By the way, both the garage doors are open.
Yeah.
And by the way, shout out to the neighbors. We love you. You've been
Both
through
the
a lot of
garage doors
bullshit.
are open, but it is pitch black outside, and this gentleman is doing yard work.
Miller lawn.
Yeah.
We were okay. We were yelling out here till 4 a.m. last night, so we'll cut
Maybe
him
it's
a little
just
slack.
payback. Maybe it's
We'll
just
cut
payback.
him a little slack.
No, this is one of those ones where his wife was like, "You better have the yard done by Sunday." Like, I'll get it done. And he like got drunk and took a nap and woke up. He's like, "Well, fuck."
You just like me for real.
Yeah. No, I lived with a chick for 5 years. I know that life. That's when you commit to something. He's like, "I'll get it done. I swear." He's literally blowing leaves right now. That's a leaf blower.
Yeah.
Like why?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
dark out here.
because he told his
Yeah.
wife it'd be done before Memorial Day. Yeah.
So she's coming home from Girls Weekend in
Yeah,
Miami
no
right
shit.
now.
You're giving her more credit. I think she's been bitching on
Crazy.
the couch watching fucking Gilmore Girls. I don't know. That's where my mind went. But back to the Harleys.
Anyway, yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
That's a
by the
beautiful
way,
bike. But seriously, no,
thank
all
you,
these
man.
are awesome.
I treat it like a stun bike.
That's amazing.
I wreck it all the time, but I also don't care to wreck it.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
As long as you don't hurt yourself, bro.
Yeah. Same. But hey, if that happens, it happens.
Yeah, it's part of it.
Not
Part
true.
of it. All part of it. Speaking of you and Rex, I know it got talked about. It was like 2 years now. Or is it three. 3 years now.
It's
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, dang. So 3 years.
I'll help you out.
So I feel like that's what. So I feel like that's how a lot of people first saw you, and then they follow your page, and then they see some of the stuff that you're doing, and they're like, oh dang, this dude didn't just like. You can explain the whole thing, but he's like, dang, this dude didn't just not have the skills,
Yeah.
like
I
something
don't know
went
about
wrong.
dude.
Definitely, out of everyone in here, you're doing the most versatile stuff right now.
Valid.
I just be out there having fun.
Nah,
Man, it's a
riding
crazy
my bike.
situation, but I have mad
That's
respect
it.
on how well you've committed to continue to ride, and like it's like
Oh,
you
yeah.
kind of gave us a tour of the place, and you showed the piece that you got gifted, and like looking at the tank right there, man. I think it really takes a
Yeah.
talented person that's like about the sport to continue.
yeah,
I know
so-
that you're probably tired of talking about it, but
No,
if you
it's
want to
fine.
give a rundown, because I still don't know what actually happened. I don't know if you caught, was it brake fade that started the
No,
whole
not
thing?
at all. I didn't even hit the brake. Okay, like I said earlier to you,
It wasn't
I have more fun using the engine brake first before I use the actual brake. So, I don't know. I did not hit the brake at all. I was just dropping back to use the engine brake. And then when I drop back, if I need to apply the brake a little bit, then I will. But I didn't even hit the brake yet. But my tire just literally just slipped out underneath me. And but the reason why I did that is I just had a lot of gas pouring out on my back tire. And before, like minutes before that, I just filled up full on gas, and it ended up just being a bad tank that I was running that I had made, and yeah, it was just a bad, incident.
Yeah, I thought
some
maybe you
gasoline.
went for a
Yeah.
hand drag or something, and because dude, you'd been ripping on one wheel for a minute at that point.
Yeah, I am.
You don't drop for real.
No.
No. Well,
Well, he dropped on that incident, but
Yeah.
I mean,
But
shit, too soon.
it was
that's been
crazy.
3 years.
It was crazy because my boy Little Debbie, he just like trying to like minutes before that, he was just trying to tell me that my gas was pouring out on my back tire, and I had my music just cranking, and I was like, yeah, I thought he was telling me, to clutch it up, so I did, and minutes later, I went up to the pack in front of the pack, sort of the front of the pack, and yeah, that's when I went down, and he came up on me, and he was like, man. But yeah, I guess I just wish he would have, or I would have known what he said, or was trying to tell me,
So yeah, I feel
We've
like,
all done that.
but the
Yeah,
rest,
it is
like
what
the
it
rest of that story is you looped out, and when your bike slid in
No,
front
he
of.
slipped. He didn't loop.
Okay, slipped out.
We'll
Slid out.
cut a little
Yeah,
credit.
I went to drop
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
normal.
definitely no
He got
skill
the back
issue.
tire.
He dropped
We'll
back
have to
for
put the video
real.
in here.
Yeah, we'll
I'm pretty
definitely
sure
add a
he
little clip
had
of the video.
2 fingers in the handbrake. Like, it's crazy.
Wait, what? No.
That response was awesome.
No, I feel great.
Dang.
But I didn't even touch
I
that.
used that for real?
foot brake yet.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah,
That's how
like-
I started learning wheelies foot brake. That's how I learned how to wheelie.
He cannot ride a 125.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bike lays down, slides right in front of another rider, and smokes the gas tank while that rider is scraping a titanium block on the ground, which is throwing sparks everywhere, and it just
Yeah, so
lit
like,
everything up.
when I went down, my foot was kind of like caught up. It was like caught. I don't know what was caught up, but my leg was caught up in my sub cage, and I couldn't get out underneath of it. I was kind of trying to push off of it, and anyways, I was sliding with the bike, and yeah, he couldn't really see me, or he couldn't have that fast reaction because things happen so quick.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think underneath rear shock ended up hitting my tank, put a hole in it, which busted gas everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And then his titanium was scraping the ground and lit up the fire.
The crazy part about that also is like you just barely entered a tunnel, so like made like it kind of like
Yeah.
made the
That tunnel
whole
was
thing.
super hot.
Oh, I
It was
can't
hot,
imagine.
it was
That
smoke
flame was
everywhere,
fucking-
the
you were
flame
there in
was
person?
huge. I was like 8 bikes behind him.
Okay, I think.
But in those situations, man, it's just the same thing as a car. You can have troubles with a car. I see
100%.
accidents happen all the time with cars.
But what's so good about stunt
It's
riders?
not just a stunt rider. Most stunt riders out here have very full control of what they're doing when they're in the wheelie.
Oh yeah.
You got the same. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
same control. You can still steer. You can turn. You can
Yeah.
stop if you need to.
No, you have
pull
to.
your clutch and stop.
You're in the same danger as being in the car as I feel like on a bike. I mean,
You're in a lot more.
You know, it's not. People look bad about stunt riding, and I don't know, they just don't think about them being in the car.
A lot of
you can
people-
pop a tire and fucking hit a wall. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
You get anything.
You're
Yeah,
dead.
a lot
And then
of-
your car explodes. Or
a lot of
not
the
explodes,
issues
just lights on
between
fire, you know?
the car and the bike is just like people in cars just don't understand. Because like even when we were following you again after breakfast, and like there's a few people in vehicles that just acted fucking stupid. Like an 18-wheeler's like flipping them off and like honking and like ridiculous things. Like, bro, what are you really mad at?
Yeah.
And like y'all
Because
literally-
somebody else is
They're-
having a
they're-
good
they're-
time.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
who are you? But it's like this weird jealousy
Listen.
thing. You know what I mean? Where it's like you guys look super cool and you look free.
I've
and
never
you
thought about it like that.
You're
But
so
it's,
happy
I
and they're
see
just
it 'cause I'm
not
in the
happy.
media vehicle, or I see them in the truck following. Like you guys are on the bike. I'm like sitting on the sideline.
That
but
is so fucking valid. I've never thought
Well,
about
okay,
it.
think about it. If you're driving in a,
No,
fucking-
I get
a
it.
brand new Camaro and your
Yeah.
hot girlfriend next to you is like filming this fucking guy on a stunt bike,
Filming
like,
me on the dirt bike.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
fucking
"What's
do
up,
it."
baby?"
Yeah, no shit, right?
Come
Like,
here.
yeah, right. Like, yeah, you know, working at Pep Boys isn't that bad, you know. My mom's basement's kind of cool. It has its own door.
Tapestry last
Yeah,
week.
yeah, right. She lets me smoke inside
Swear,
now.
she's my roommate.
Yeah, right. I throw down my
That
rent.
is
It's
so
like,
cheap.
yeah, right. I pay $50 a month, babe. I'm growing up. Shut up. But no, it's honestly, it's just there's this huge, and I see it so much in the vehicle. And I saw it this morning when we were driving. There was like a Chevy Malibu. I think it was like red or something. I don't know, maroon or something. But it like cut off one of the bikes, and like it got really close to like tunes, and then like jumped back on. It was like right in the shoulder, and like jumped back in front of him. I'm like, what the fuck is your issue, right? Like
So goofy.
it's so goofy, and it's like, then you look at the disconnect when it's like scooters and 125s, it looks less intimidating. So there's like this clear disconnect when it's like full-size bikes that like
Yeah.
maybe to them it looks aggressive or they don't understand
It
it.
could be a gang.
I don't know.
Oh, and then you see dudes
the
like-
Boston Sons of Anarchy. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's dudes like Little Debbie that are just going hard on a little Honda Monkey, doing
Yeah, people
crazier
don't.
stuff than what people are doing on big bikes, and it's like it's awesome. People giving them a thumbs up, which is like how I
But
wish
people
it
still
all
get a thumbs
was.
up, but it's just like even the road racing.
I
I
love
just
watching
don't
it.
get it.
Yeah,
And, like, I'm
I-
glad you understand
always
that
been-
reference
yeah.
because
Yes.
it's so wild. But I think it's literally like a jealousy thing. I think it's an
I
envy thing
agree
because
with
there's a
that
certain like
100%.
type of freedom that y'all are doing or exploring or
Yeah.
able to do that. Just when you're in a vehicle, you got those limitations and.
And a homeboy who's flipping us off in the left lane and has got to go home to his wife and kids
Mhm.
and fucking be upset about his life.
Yeah.
Fuck, I can't have fun like that.
Well, and
My
people,
cubicle got me a boat. I take it once a month.
people think that if you that it's so dangerous, but we're going 40 miles an hour. If I fall, I'm gonna scratch my
Yeah.
elbow, run and pick up my bike, get back on it, clutch up another wheel.
My favorite
We're
thing
not
what you
going.
just
We're
said,
not, the,
granted-
we're not the go fast guys where we're going 100
Yeah.
plus and you fall off the bike and limbs fall off.
And you're
You know what I
smoking
mean?
some mother
Yeah,
in a car
and
with kids.
even outside of that scenario, but building on that conversation, my favorite example of how fucking stupid this argument is that lady in Houston that was driving a car, filming guys stunning, talking about how dangerous it was. And like, they're gonna kill somebody.
Yeah,
You're
Karen.
like, bitch, you are driving a car while filming, while looking out your passenger side going down
Yeah,
the
you
highway
got-
at 70 miles an hour. You're like, they're the threat? Like, you're gonna fucking rail into
Yeah,
them.
you got
Dude,
people on their
and
phones
she
in
was
their cars.
Oh, dude, she was recording like out the side, like while driving. She's like, look at how dangerous they are. Oh my gosh.
Nah, you.
Like, oh, they're the danger? Like, at least they're staring forward and, like,
Yeah.
in control of their vehicle.
Oh, back to the point I was gonna make earlier about stunt. The beauty of stunt riders is how quickly a wreck can be cleaned up.
Yeah.
Your motorcycle was still toasty
Yeah.
whenever it got thrown in the back of a truck,
Yeah.
and there was nothing for the fire department to do except for sweep.
Yeah. We took care of it.
We ain't leaving that behind.
Oh no,
I ain't got no paperwork.
Yeah.
Because it was in the bike.
Because
and
it's
it burned.
stolen because I got dirt bikes.
Oh.
I don't fucking care. I pay for that shit, you losers. What's my title?
there's still a missing
That shit,
Supreme
that,
bike from down
on
there.
a, hey man. Bro, that was
There is.
sad. Side note, that was sad
Very
as hell.
sad.
Like,
Yeah.
Loki, Gentry, I love you, but you were flexing that bitch in the front of the shop.
Okay, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
Gentry, I love you. I don't, yeah, it was.
You were flexing that bitch, and I respect the flex. I love you. You know
Well,
what?
also at the same time, the
Like,
ultimate bummer of that situation is he like opened his house or his
he
house.
did so much for
Yeah.
everybody.
And I remember when I saw that posted, obviously,
Fucked up.
I literally the second I saw that post, I was like, this just fucked up so much.
You know what's?
Yeah.
This
I'm
like literally
pretty
was
sure-
like the biggest kick to the dick of like
Yeah.
the community of DFW because there's like one
Just
person that
fucked.
can genuinely help so many people and he's
Yeah.
willing to help. He has resources to help. He has tools, space, shop, location. Literally, that partly was part of the reason SBK fucking sucks ass, because that could have been a great meetup spot.
Could have been incredible, but
Yeah.
some dickheads had to ruin it. And I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
on that note, I'm pretty sure they know who has the bike and like they've seen it a couple times, and there's sadly just no way to get it back because of the person that has it and
From
their
my understanding,
attitude.
that's
And
correct,
yeah,
yeah.
and
But like-
it's just shitty. It sucks.
It's even worse, yeah, you know where it's at. Kind of.
With a bike like that though, that's like
looking for
so
it.
different and unique, man. I just don't understand how you can take that and think that you're gonna
Well,
get
it's the
cruise
person that
around
took
the
it.
ride.
That's shit.
I don't.
It goes
I mean, I don't know the rest of the story after
Yeah,
that.
we can
I'm
talk
not
more
that
after
deep into
camera.
it.
It's
Fair
so-
enough.
I don't believe in stealing. I feel like that's bad karma.
100%.
Oh,
Karma's real. If you don't think that shit's real, it is real.
One of the things I love about stealing bikes, or one thing. Oh my gosh. Dang it.
We gotta clip that. TikTok.
Clip that.
Yeah, right.
Shit, did you hear that?
Yeah.
One
Evan
thing-
loves stealing bikes.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Check his bin.
Shit.
One thing I love, one statement I love in regards to theft in the bikes in the community, it's there's no honor amongst horse thieves. It's like if you're a part of that part of the community, it's like that's not even, that's non-existent, right? Like that's like dead on sight type shit. Like
Yeah.
we're all passionate about our stuff. I mean, even my like little pitter out there, it's falling apart and leaking on your street, so I apologize. But
No, you're fine.
I fucking love that bike.
Um,
That's my baby. So.
He's got a Harley. That thing,
Oh,
it leaks oil, so he
Well,
knows
that's
that it
his
has
I make
oil
a lot of
in it.
noise around here. My neighbors love me.
That's important.
Well, to get back on what we were talking about, I guess we talked about. We talked about
Was
you
he
know the
supposed to sign
bike.
for another beer?
Cut that. Yeah, grab a couple more beers over there.
Yeah,
You got to cut.
I was.
We'll be right back.
It's so crazy.
Hey, are we still recording on that, John? iPhone.
Yep.
iPhone's still rolling.
Hey,
Looking healthy, looking
professional
healthy.
Yo, my name is.
camera.
We back in 3.
We need to
Alright.
put the clapper into it.
Here, I got it. I got
I'm
it.
sorry.
No, I love that.
3, 2, 1.
All right, so where we were, my good buddy Rosa over here, RosasRides, check him out. He's got all types of bikes, and he can ride whatever and kill it. And I genuinely enjoy that as well.
I
Whatever.
don't know about
bike.
killing it, but I do.
Shut up,
well,
you humble
yeah.
ass.
We'll say that you killed it.
Yeah, you murdered.
Your
shit.
opinion doesn't matter in this.
You
in this
genuinely
subject.
like shut up. You
I
humble
genuinely love
fucking.
any
I
bike.
heard Danzy, I saw you saying he could do better, but I think you're doing good.
I'm pretty sure you still have.
I'm just
well,
kidding.
I appreciate
He
you
was
got
not-
the longest
he was not
bag
talking
in
crap.
the-
He was not
Dude,
talking
I was
crap.
just so happy that the area for stoppies today was so small, so it looked like I was kind of keeping up.
But it also was
I
pretty
really
gangster.
wasn't.
Your end point was a fucking wall.
Oh,
Because I was literally watching, I was like, what training method? You know what I mean? Like, it's like learning how to swim with
What
a shark behind
motivation?
you. Like, I'm gonna fucking figure this out. Yeah.
dude, all it is just see time, repeat,
Oh, yeah.
repeat,
Facts.
repeat, and that's what I mean. It took me like a year and a half, 2 years, just to do like a normally long stoppie. I felt, it took me a very long time to learn stoppies.
And it's so weird once everything
And that's
clicks.
like, it's like every Sunday when we go to lot, I do stoppies all
Yeah.
day. That's all I do. Or that's what, I recently done to learn stoppies. But,
Yeah, a year ago I was only able to hit like 25 feet. And now my longest one's 400 with a
Oh,
300
shit.
foot run up.
Oh,
I'm
that's
going
good.
for that stoppie school stuff, man.
That's what's
I
up.
wanted to do it so bad.
we,
What is that?
here, go on.
Stoppie, AM Stoppie School, anger management
You
stoppie
don't know
school.
about
That's
that?
what they
I
put
know
on.
it. I just said yeah.
So yeah,
I've definitely heard of it, but I
they
always forget, like-
do. They call it the 500 foot club, and the stipulations behind that is you have to roll a 500 foot stoppie, but you only have 300 feet to run up and get speed in order for it to count. So
Yeah,
that's what
wicked.
makes it hard. Is because it's easy.
Oh, it wasn't
to,
a
like,
500 foot stop.
Well, like,
It's hard.
it's easy to like
Hey,
hang out
keep-
top of 6 gear. Wow.
Keep in mind, because I've been there before, but I've been there when I didn't know how to stop, so I didn't compete. But they had some circle session stuff we could do there. That's why I went. But keep in mind that track is still sticky. They prep it still,
Okay.
but it's still sticky, so it slows you down when you're stopping.
I also heard that there's a
These
little
guys are
dip in
still
like the
rolling
300
past
foot mark.
500
Hey,
feet.
That's a whole
It's
other
kinda
layer.
wild.
I'm gonna let out a little deep dark secret right now. Stoppies are my kryptonite. There's a reason you ain't never seen me do stoppies on Instagram.
There's a reason.
Yeah,
why
I've done about 3 in my life. One of which was in the back of a car.
Where's that video?
We don't know. That one wasn't on video. We had to
get out of there, bro.
It's kind of.
It's probably Geico has the video now.
It was CGI.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the Patrick Stevens videos when he tapped the back?
Dude,
of
I
the
want to
cars with his
recreate
helmet?
that so bad. So Patrick Stevens in traffic would snap up a stocking and do a baby tap with his helmet on the back of Suburbans and
That's-
stuff.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh,
then
dude,
he would
and then
set
he
it
would,
down
like, pull
and
off
sneak
and- yeah,
around.
yeah,
So like
dude.
they get out, the driver gets out of the car, walks to the back looking for him, and he snuck around to the front of the car.
And do it to like cargo vans and shit, and they'd have a media truck behind him, or like his old Dodge,
That is so
and they'd be like
sick.
filming. You'd see the person like get out and like look around, and they're like checking like they think something broke. But yeah, he was fluent.
Oh,
with
dude,
that.
That
it's
is
so,
so
to me, so just like
shout out to Patrick.
it's crazy, man.
Anyways, keeping us back on track. But yeah, we got any bike killer over here, but
It's crazy that you're the one that's having to keep getting us back on track.
I'm
You're
on
usually-
point, my guy. I've slept for I don't know how many hours in the last 2 days, but I'm on point. We're in podcast mode right now, right?
I like it.
This is my very first
Anywho's
podcast.
it's I'm still gonna start this two-stroke. I did turn off his leaf blower, but we're
I
gonna.
think it's so rude you did that.
We got the bugs
keep it
now.
on. But yeah, why I chose dirt bikes. I remember you asked me that. Is I don't know. I've ridden everything. I've owned a lot of bikes, but they're just, in my experience, my personal favorite. I feel like I'm a lot more nimble on them. I feel like I can do a lot crazier shit, like split really tight gaps.
Oh, yeah.
Like some that I'm like, ooh, am I gonna make it through this? Am I gonna get through
Well,
it? Like,
and I will say, so I definitely prefer sport bikes. I like the
big handbrake guy. I know. It's okay.
Yeah.
So-
I'll admit it, dude. My
So-
leg got cut off. I can't feel it.
What
I
a
still
cop
use-
out.
I still use foot brake. Thanks to E-Money. Thank you for talking shit to me at ROC. Oh, dude, I hated that
My
guy
boy.
for
I
3
love
months.
E-Money,
I hated him
dude.
for 3 months, but then I had to look at it and I was like, dude, if he never talked shit to me, I probably still wouldn't know foot
You
brake.
talk to shit and they hit a
Oh, and then,
next
dude,
day.
then I went and talked shit to his face in Florida, and now we're homies, man.
I love that guy.
KC.
Oh, yeah.
We do just to cheer up people and to make them better.
Yeah.
That's all.
Hey,
You
dude, just
need
pushing
that
each other,
type
bro.
of
You
person.
need somebody to push you, or else you're just gonna be
Yeah.
stuck doing the
You
same.
gotta
by
talk some
yourself,
shit,
man.
but if you're an asshole like
And then-
Christian and you're cutting people off,
Yeah.
making them drop, like,
And then
Yeah.
there's also on top of in like E-Money situation, bro. On top of that, he's from New York, bro. He's a New Yorker. It's just
Yeah.
that's just that.
I'm walking
That's
here.
how he is. Yeah, exactly.
I hung out. We were there for an event or whatever, and I hit up some pedal bike kids, and we were riding around like baby D blocks or not baby D blocks, D blocks, RRD blocks.
yeah.
And dude, even their kids, they're like 10 years old, act like fucking 25-year-old gangsters. They were drinking like Gatorades in brown paper bags and like throwing them on the ground and shit. I literally was watching. I was like, this is fucked up. Like this is like pre-planned. Like that's about to be a 40 ounce. Like, and, like they talk shit.
It's genetic.
The cops like walk up and they're like talking shit. I'm like, this is a 10-year-old kid. He's like fucking 3 feet tall.
Yeah, dude. I definitely prefer the sport bikes, man. I love them, but I will say that there are a few dirt bike dudes. You, Bobby, and Miller. And Paul, I love to ride around you guys because
Paul's
the way that
insane.
you flow, dude. There was 3 instances on this ride where I saw Miller next to me. I literally slow down and I go like this.
Yeah,
and he
let
clutches
just-
up. He clutches up right in front of me and sets his tail on my front tire.
Yep.
Every single time,
Yep.
and dude, it's just so it's just so like free, man.
I
It's
was
just it's
gonna
floating,
say every
dude.
time you
There's
see
like
him,
some,
the,
for
the
sure.
right move is to give him that wave by. I love you,
Oh, yeah,
Miller. I love
dude.
you to death, but I'm dead ass serious. You give me that 5-foot space boundary, you motherfucker. me and him have had a little too
You should
much
have seen
contact.
dude.
You know what I mean?
Bobby.
Yeah,
You should have seen him and Christian.
Shit.
No, he picked up next to Christian. Christian made him drop, and then we came through that tunnel downtown and right on that highway. Christian made him drop. He picked back up, came on Christian. The craziest shit I've seen all weekend. Drop back, comes right up next to Christian, both hands on the bars like this, literally puts his elbow on Christian, pushes Christian like 2 feet over,
I believe it.
full contact, and then gets off,
Believe
keeps
it.
going. Christian goes,
And
Just
bro,
laugh.
I'm not trying to put the
Very
dude on.
good.
I'm not trying to put the dude on blast, but he's old.
nah,
Then
he old, but he's still
dude.
good, goddamn
Oh,
it.
dude, he's one of the best out
Miller,
there,
you make
bro.
me drive every time. I love
Oh,
it.
dude, that dude's
Dude.
awesome, bro. Always another one. Always good vibes, man. But yeah, dude,
Always.
I love the sport bikes. Those will always be my favorite bikes to be on. But there's just something about watching some of you dirt bike guys. It just
Yeah,
it's
it's
just a
different.
vibe, man.
Everybody's
different.
so fun.
It's
Yeah.
a BMX bike.
You can just bust off, you know,
Do whatever the
off
hell
on
you
the
want.
grass whenever you want.
Yeah, exactly.
That
It's
part
so
I
fun.
love.
Yeah.
I don't have the experience like y'all do. I've messed around with some bigger bikes at the lot, but out of these three, dirt bikes are where it's at. I was riding at his house. He's in the country, and dude, just fucking got held up on some traffic because they like shut the highway down. You just fucking hit
Jump
the
in the
side.
dirt.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude, there was
yeah.
literally like a patch through a shade, fucking went up, and you drop down a curb. You're not worried about the drop off, and then
You
like
can
I just know
find
I got to keep
that-
taking left turns until I get on the main road.
That's my other
You
thing.
can
with-
find some random ass jump. Just
Oh, yeah,
jump,
yeah.
you know?
That's my other thing with dirt bikes too.
I
Fucking-
don't feel like I can say this argument to y'all because I don't have the seat time you guys do on versatility, but like I have the passion for fucking dirt bikes, dog.
It's incredible.
I can enjoy. Y'all put it on the streets. I
yeah.
can go ride trails and fucking also ride country roads.
Yeah.
And ride over to his house and like that.
Yeah, it's the best. I absolutely love riding dirt. You know, I get comments every once in a while from people on Instagram. It's like, "Oh, you stole the bike, you did dirt." I ride dirt. I'm an undercover dirt rider. Okay? I go to Moab. I fuck
I
shit
ride
up.
a lot of dirt.
Come meet me in the dirt, and I will fuck you up.
You do
I
jumps,
promise.
trails, or what?
Jumps? Fuck that. No,
Okay.
because I will hurt.
Dude,
myself.
okay, jumps are
Single
so,
track.
so disappointing because like I'll do some. I've been getting a little bit better riding my CRF and
Yeah.
yo, I'll feel like I'm fucking flying. I'm like, yo, let me see that clip. No, I'll say,
Delete that shit. Yeah.
delete that shit. I was in the air for 15 seconds, man. It's like that much fucking air.
No,
I'm
I
like,
feel
yo,
the same
so
way.
it's so disappointing.
Yeah.
It is. I swear, I'm like, yeah.
But yeah, I'm a fucking-
Don't send that to me. Don't worry about
I'm
it.
an
I'll keep
undercover dirt
practicing.
rider for sure, but going back to the main topic, another reason I really love riding dirt bikes over sport bikes or anything else, the maneuverability, but, you know, this is all just allegedly, of course, but when we're getting chased,
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
so much more
'Cause you can
comfortable on a
do
dirt bike.
the off-road
You can do
stuff.
whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah, you know,
you can jump
do
a curb, you can go up some
rocks,
stairs,
yeah,
you can do
yeah.
whatever you need to do.
Yeah, no,
If I need to start riding a hard enduro, I will.
As
Like,
long
fuck
as your
it.
handlebars are clearing, the rest of the bike
We're
clears because
good.
that's the widest part.
Exactly.
Hey, I do got a question. What do you like, 450 or 125 better?
That's a question
So
I
that's
had.
a two-stroke versus
So,
four-stroke.
to
yeah,
put it
yeah,
simply,
yeah.
2-stroke versus
Four-stroke,
4-stroke,
two-stroke.
but 125 and 250 and 2-stroke very different.
Yeah,
yeah.
But 125 versus 450, that's something I get asked a lot, and honestly, they're two completely different bikes.
They are.
But
One-
you go to, I guess.
My go-to if I'm going to an out-of-state ride and I'm traveling and it's going to be a big event, I take the 450. It is my reliable workhorse. I do not have
You
to
don't
do
have to mix or nothing.
I don't have to do math at a gas pump, and also it doesn't piss half its fuel tank out when I'm doing a wheelie.
You can fix
120
that.
I know I can fix that.
Dude.
Shout out Bobby Black. He
Yeah,
can
So
fix it.
one of the homies in San Antonio, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but he has a
Right.
Andon. He's lesser.
Oh, Andon!
lesser
My
known
son.
dude. He's on a 250, right?
My
Was on a
son?
250, right?
That's my child. I love
Dude,
you.
that's the homie, man. Love that guy. No, he's always good vibes.
Me and
But
Dirt Bike Dax
KX
were
250 two-stroke.
Yeah, that's wild.
Riding the streets, man.
He's a nut.
That's
Hey.
a whole other animal.
Yeah, they are peppy.
They're fun as hell.
The low number CCs don't mean a thing in two-stroke world.
No, not at all.
That is a.
And
My
can you
80
elaborate on that?
In my opinion, wheeling a 252 stroke would be the equivalent of taking the ZX10 out and trying to wheelie it.
Okay,
It's a
all right.
6 Am I wrong? Throttle response
I
and power?
mean, yeah,
Like,
but not if you're not bitch, man.
hey,
Oh.
get your CCs up.
I can buck
Hey,
that
Hey,
shit.
to be honest, I felt like the 250 feels like almost a 450.
100%. That is an equal
It has a
comparison.
low end
Yes.
power band.
Yes.
Two-stroke is a whole nother beast, though.
See, I've just never gotten
You
comfortable
got
with
that
But-
man.
RPMs. It's not really a power band like the 125.
Them little shits. I got a YZ85 in my garage, my 125. My 85 smacks just as hard, if not harder.
Dude, two-strokes are just hard. Because it's like the response is just nuts. Like,
It's
I am
great.
comfortable on a four-stroke. Two-strokes.
Because you know what it's going to do. That's
yeah,
it.
you could
A
predict.
two-stroke, you got no fucking
Oh, dude,
idea.
well, it's also
you
like-
barely
like-
touch that throttle. You're on the fucking ground.
So the
Yeah.
scooter guy Tony built a scooter that I was lucky enough to win in a raffle, bro.
Two?
It's lit.
He won 2 back-to-back,
Oh,
dude.
he fucking rigged it.
Dude,
No,
had
see, I didn't want
I'm
to bring
trying
it
to
up.
figure it
I
out.
didn't want to bring it up.
2 back-to-back
Yeah, that's
raffles
organic.
on Bill
Yeah.
Zuma.
We're fucking
and then
working
Bill
on
I
it
got,
now.
we got
To be
texted in
honest-
real time where I was like, the whole thing was natural as fuck. But
How much you paying?
That's what I was talking about. I told Tony I'd double it, dude. Those are clean bills.
I've,
Double it, give it to the next person.
I've tried to.
He did tell me, he's like, you're not doing any more raffles. I was like, I'm
You just
fine.
gotta-
I got
This
tried
is suspicious.
to. Listen, I tried
This is
to
gonna be a
enter
problem.
so many Dyna raffles to
Oh,
get
dude.
because I want to die.
I hate that shit.
I want to die so bad.
Dude, I've entered so many raffles and
Dude,
never
and
won
I-
one
I
besides
never
those two
won.
that just happened to be within 6 months. So
Yeah.
like, I got nothing.
I have no
I'm
luck.
trying to get a ZX10 next, but Dyna's on the list, dude.
Oh,
I
yeah.
really want a ZX10.
I really want to rip the Dyna. Just
Yeah.
for fun.
They're fun.
You're officially a dad.
That's good, buddy.
Yeah. I'm
Settle down, Pop Pop.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. Oh, Gramps in the garage messing with his hog.
To finish my thought,
It is a
though,
lot of work.
To finish my thought on the 125 versus the 450, I get asked that a lot. They're two completely different bikes. One has no engine brake and crazy throttle response, a 2-stroke, and the 4-stroke
Has
is
all
very
the engine
predictable.
brake.
You know what you're gonna do, jump to the seat, you're good, you're chilling. But that's my workhorse. I take the 450 to big rides and stuff like that, but the 125 is more just a toy. If I could compare the two, say the 450 is a big bike, my 125 is a BMX bike.
He's got a Banshee and he'll kill it on the trails, and like he's let me ride in my backyard. I have an acre, it's a square, so I don't know what that mathematically is. And literally like going from one side of the acre to the other side in a perfect square is like fucking going in a Tesla 0 to 1 million miles an hour. And it's like, it's literally like,
It's
as soon as
so
you,
fun.
it's scary as shit. And then like just riding my backyard, I was like, what the fuck are you doing taking this on trails, dude? Like
shit, dude.
I'm on flat grass and I'm like shitting myself.
It's the shit.
Oh, dude,
That's what it is. It's the fucking fear factor.
I guess I get
It's
it.
everything.
Yeah. I
When
get
I'm-
it.
when I'm
No,
bucking
he
it-
rips it. I'm happy on my 4 strokes. Bro.
When I'm riding a 4-stroke on the highway, don't get me wrong. Like a ride like today, you know, I jump on the seat and I'm having a good time. But something about fucking.
I feel like
being
2 strokes, I feel like you're blinded in the sense you're just like, okay. Ah!
Not even that. Like I know what
you ride
that.
the bike, you know where the power base
Yeah, I know what that bitch is
I
gonna
guess.
do. It's predictable
Yeah.
to me now. To new people, it's not. But like some on the 450, it's cool. I'm chilling. I'll do a couple limiters, having a good time. But
Yeah.
something about being on a 2-stroke that is the loudest weed whacker
Oh,
you
dude.
have ever
There's something
heard.
with the
Whenever
smell.
there was,
I like
whenever
being
the-
behind a 2-stroke.
Whenever the
It's like,
three of
it's
y'all
just-
were going today, bro, it cleared out the lot.
That
man. It was
was
so
incredible.
loud,
Me,
bro.
Bobby, and Quattro all next
Oh,
to each
yeah.
other. It sounded
Oh,
insane.
dude.
I heard
Yeah.
them two though, just by themselves, just two, and I was like, that sounds nuts. I'm getting in there.
It was nutty, bro. It cleared out the lot, dude.
But something about that and the way that motor feels and just all of it, it's so different. And the bike is as light as a feather. You will not see me jumping on the seat. I'm not Bike Life Ollie.
The new gens are where it's at. 125.
No,
Yeah.
no,
No, like what
No.
was it for a specific year? 21
no.
is where it's at. Why not?
17 through 19.
Why?
Joel's 23 is kind of fire, but 17 through 19 are yours.
Why
Seems pretty
That's what you
confident.
want. Ask anybody.
They both
Ask
seem
any
pretty
of the
confident.
125 goats. Google this. 17 through 19.
I don't know.
where it
I
is.
don't know shit about bike.
You buy
dirt
16, you're
bike.
fucked. All right, 17.
17? Well, I do know a 15 is kind of shitty because it's
They're
not,
dog shit.
it's not the same.
The old ones are-
Why
it's
not?
something about the- It's something about the
Bobby-
suspension.
Bobby Blocks bought his 06 before he just got this one. He bought an 06 125 for a good deal. He was like, oh, I'm going to make it good. It's a 2-stroke. And I get that. You can replace everything. He replaced everything. Fucking throttle cables, this, that, whatever. Just still doesn't feel, it doesn't hit the same. I rode his shit for, I don't know, like 30 minutes. And then I rode Quattro's bike at 17 back to back. And immediately on the 17, I was like, it's just so much better. It's crispy. It's newer, it's fresher, it's the bike. And now you can get them for cheaper. It's 2024. Time flies. You can find them shits for a deal.
Dude, I don't know if you saw my one of my posts on Instagram, but one of the homies in Fort Worth took I want to say it's a Honda CRF 450 frame, and there's a company that makes an electric motor for it, and so he took out the gas motor, and so it's a CRF with a 72 volt souped up electric motor.
That'd be
Dude,
fun.
that thing's gnarly.
That's sick.
It rips, and he has like 4 hours of riding time, and he's taking it on a couple escorted street rides. And he also is taking it. He's also taking it.
shit like that.
I must not have got the invite to that one.
Shit.
Yeah.
Did Fort Worth PD sign off on that?
Oh yeah, they sent out letters. Yeah, we got letters. I actually got an
Dude,
invite in the
I was
mail.
gonna say we talked about throwing a ride where you have to show your letter to get in. But yeah, dude, he was hitting jumps
He
on
doesn't
it,
have a
man.
police station.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, gosh.
yeah.
You should tell what Gage did. Never mind.
No.
Well, that's after your podcast time.
We'll cut this part out. Yeah, dude, that electric motor is something else, man. I'm still not a firm believer in them. I don't think they've been tested
You
enough.
ridden a Sur on yet?
I have, dude, and I've wheelied a couple of them. It's just,
Have you wheelied it? Or
Yeah.
Oh.
I wheelied one and stopped one.
Okay, stop.
I haven't.
Okay.
It's only
Stop
been
this
halfway
was.
decent at anymore.
Okay. It's a mountain bike.
But dude, like, I'm a bigger guy.
For
So
like $10,000. The
No
fucking
kidding.
expensive mountain bike.
for the price of a Suron, you could go buy a Grom and fully stun it out.
That's my thought process.
Like,
too.
and you could have
Also,
more fun, and it
you
would
don't
last
get a-
longer,
Like
be
you were
more
saying,
reliable.
what do you
Like,
suggest being on, first stunt ride, being on what bike?
You know, on a
I
bike,
feel
you
like-
need to fucking charge up at the Starbucks or
Yeah.
fucking when you put
Like,
gas
you
in.
have to carry
I feel
3
like-
batteries that
Yeah,
are so
what the
heavy
fuck?
and swap them out. You only get an hour
Like,
of ride
the
time.
Suron culture is so sick. I love it. I
Yeah.
think it's really cool. It's a whole new branch. However, when I see the clips of these kids sitting at like public parks and shit with their chargers out of their backpacks, plugging their shit, and I'm just like, what are you doing?
Welcome to the future. They're also playing.
Pour some oil in your gas tank.
No, me and him did. Yeah, bro, shit. Me and him did an e-bike ride.
Two-stroke shake at the pump.
Me and him did an e-bike ride, and I'm gonna tell you, like, I say this with, I love everybody, dude. Some of the biggest fucking dweebs came out. Dude, e-bike rides was literally like they think they were going to Dungeons and Dragons next. Dude, one dude showed up on a one wheel, look with every piece of padding possible. He had like fucking Iron Man turn signals and shit. Dude, he looked robotic. When he would signal, he would be like a cone. He'd be like left. He would blink, bro. I'm kind of exaggerating, but like this dude was literally like you're like is he fucking?
You're not exaggerating.
His whole outfit was like Amazon Prime. It took him 30 minutes to get ready. It took like 17 USB chargers. Dude, his whole gimmick, and he had like the mic and shit. I'm like, who are you talking to?
They're like, either in a fucking full leather tracksuit or they're in downhill mountain biking gear.
He's just about that life.
Yeah,
he
dude.
just wants to be.
Hey, bro, it's called life for a reason,
But he was also like one of the most like because we had our 4-stroke Honda scooter out there. We were talking about trying to bring it, and you'd have thought like.
They would have been like, get out of here.
He's like, bro, these trails are not for emissions. You know what I mean? Like, just like that wasn't his exact response. You'd have thought we like tried to bring an AK into a school.
Dude,
he was like,
what a fucking comparison. Okay. They really don't like it, huh? God.
Did you not see his outfit? I'll send you a photo. This guy going down the street. It was a distraction.
Dude, that's what's funny about the Southside scooter ride. Toaster puts on a dope mini ride, Southside scooter ride, but he starts it off with his like pre-ride speeches is everyone here is a fucking nerd, so nobody fuck with the cops. They think we're nerds and they look at us as nerds. Dude, half the people that show up look like fucking nerds, bro.
I love that.
But dude, we're modeling
I love Tony's
skills and the
openness
minis.
about that,
Oh,
yeah.
dude, Tony's just straight to the point, no matter.
That's what's
Hold on, we need to quickly. I know we're kind of getting extended, but
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
We're running, man.
There we go.
We're having a good time.
Yeah.
We're on podcast time.
fucking the story about him getting a billboard with Homebo's face. Like Tony's commitment.
Have you heard about that?
No.
Okay, so I got this.
Please.
So,
He said, "I got this."
So Tony, we were talking about 2 strokes. Tony built from the ground up like an 87 or an 89 500cc Honda 2-stroke.
God,
Like
wow.
ground up, freshly
Sick.
built, fresh powder, chrome
Sick.
wheels, gnarly, ripper.
Sick.
He posted it for sale, and it was for like $5,000. It was like a fair price, brand new. It was essentially a brand new
You
bike.
can't find them.
Yeah, so
This girl-
him signing off on anything has a value inside
Yeah,
of itself.
sure.
Like being built by
100%.
him has value.
Sure.
This girl got on there and said, shoot, for $1,000 more, you could go to the dealership and buy a KLX 300 and it would smoke that thing. Because that's what she wrote. So, long story short, there was a bunch of comments back and forth. Tony made the comment that if she felt more comfortable, so he put $1,000 on the line. He said, I'll put $1,000 cash. She said,
No shit.
And she said, put your money where your mouth is. So Tony makes a reel, puts the band in his mouth.
No
Starts
shit.
fumbling, and he spits it on the 500cc and is like, good morning.
Dude, this
Put my
was a
money
back
where
and
my
forth
mouth
banter
is.
for like multiple days.
And
I love
dude,
that.
so he
It
set up a time and a
continues.
place. He said, we'll give the money to so-and-so. They'll be at the line. We'll do a drag race, one run, grand apiece. We'll put my money where my mouth is.
Yeah.
Everybody knew she was going to be a no-show.
Everybody
agreed
knew
to it.
she fucking
no-show.
nailed. She agreed to it.
What up?
She agreed to it. Leading up to it, he made the comment, if you feel more comfortable with your husband riding the bike for you, that's okay. She said, well, my wife might ride it.
Oh,
Threw that in
crazy.
there. And so she backed out. So
No,
he
hate
did
crime.
a video of the race, and he did a drag race against nobody.
He
And
showed up
flew
like,
live.
at the time and everything. He was
And
like
everything.
acting like she was still
It went
there.
Instagram live, but so she no-showed. And Tony is petty. He will tell you how petty he is.
Oh,
So
billboard.
he's selling short shirts. And if he sells X amount of shirts, he found out where she lives. So he's going to rent a billboard in her neighborhood on her commute to work that says, I'm
This
not
is the
gonna
awesome
ruin it.
part about
I'm not gonna
Facebook.
ruin
You
it.
can-
I'll tell you guys off camera, I'm not gonna ruin it because I really want it to happen.
Man.
And it is gonna be amazing.
Oh, it hasn't happened.
It has not happened yet. He
But
hasn't
it's
sold
in the
enough
works.
shirts.
All right, we'll
We're
cut
gonna
it
link
here.
his
We'll cut it here.
Instagram.
We'll let him do it.
We're gonna link his Instagram.
No, we're not.
Sell
We're
these
gonna
shirts.
let him get the fucking billboard up before him.
Oh, we're gonna send the link so they can buy enough shirts so they can buy 2 billboards.
Oh, valid.
But he's gonna rent a billboard.
Get
for
both sides so she can see it on her way
Oh,
home from work.
on the way to
It's like,
Pay
shit.
a little extra for the lights too.
Yeah,
Put
no,
that shit
yeah.
on.
Oh yeah, put
That's-
a laser light show on the
That
billboard.
is comedy. That's
Oh,
another
dude.
level of petty. I love
He,
it.
Dude,
he's
I love
also
Tony, man.
strategical and he's confident.
Oh,
and he moves
and
with
he plays the
confidence.
long game, dude.
Yeah,
He'll play the
I
long
love
game,
long
bro.
game. That's my favorite.
He will get even. It's
That shit is the best.
yeah, there's so many stories we go into that, dude. We're trying to get him on the podcast because there's so many. So
You
many
should.
to talk
How many
about.
podcasts you guys done?
You guys will be the 7th one that we've done, but one with the one we told you with Gia, it
Yeah.
got scrapped because we lost the video and the audio recording, so that's what put us
I mean,
behind.
she's a worm anyway. It's good.
I, honestly, not to be like, but that's just what we've done together.
You look up to her?
Hey, I love her. She's awesome, dude. She's
What?
awesome.
Nah, she's one of my best
cool.
friends.
She's cool. She's
You
real
know,
cool.
You know.
But shoot, man, we found out why you went to dirt bikes. What made you want to do the sport bike route? Because that's what you went first, right? Was
Yeah.
sport bikes before getting into the other two.
Yeah, I learned everything on a sport bike that I know. Yeah, I don't know. That's just what I started on. So, and then I guess grew love with this the more I rode it because I don't know. I just learned everything on it. That's I guess the
Yeah.
only bike that I had to learn to learn everything on. So.
Once you learn
Did
like,
you?
you good?
Did you? So one thing that I've noticed, so like whenever I like to cruise with these guys in the pack, so that made me want to start swerving the sport bike. So you bouncing from bike to bike, do you snag style from the dirt bike and bring it to the sport bike? I've seen you do a couple of like the flamingo swerves that are super clean
Yeah.
flow and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So do you pick up things from all of the different styles?
So like the dirt bike, it kind of helped me like when I'm knee knockering, I can swerve the dirt bike. It helped me with the Harley when like I'm knee knockering the Harley, and I feel like I can swerve the Harley, just because I'm riding that dirt bike, gotta help me out. So.
I was about to say, once you have that control on that sport bike, like, it's similar to the Grom aspect. Everyone tells you to learn on a Grom. Once you can, not to mention, I seen this man come up to a fucking red light, 90-degree turn in third gear, pull that clutch in, and just like, and you're good. You don't drop. It's insane. Once you have that control, it transfers. Maybe the bike's a 125 and it's light as a feather. Maybe it's a Harley and it's heavier than it fucking should be.
Yeah, really.
But
all
it transfers. And that, like you're saying, that style transfers for
Yeah.
sure. Like I go from dirt bikes, I'll hop on like a loner MT or some shit, and I'll be riding like a dirt
Well,
bike.
dude, it's so good to be versatile like that, man. Because
You have
like
to be.
you kill it in the streets, and then dude, you get to the lot, man, you kill it.
And
You used to do one of my favorite tricks. It's a trick that I want to learn so bad, and I talked to you about it at SBK, the Supermans. And you told me you don't do those anymore.
I haven't done them in a long time, and yeah, I don't know.
What's the
why?
why
It's
is
a
the trick
very
anymore?
why is because I don't know. It's just a very scary trick.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Didn't you tell me you went over the bars one time?
Yeah, there is one time, but like after that, I still kept on doing them, but it just kind of slowly, I kind of slowly stopped doing
You
them.
need to bring them back, dude. They're so clean, man.
But yeah, I did go all the way over before. I
Yeah.
was,
It'll ruin it. It'll
You
bring
ruin
that
it,
mental
yeah,
block back.
yeah,
You
yeah.
fight so hard to fucking get over it.
yeah, I went all the way
Yeah.
over, and my back like hit the
Mhm.
front tire when it was still in the wheelie, and the bike was on a 12 bar. It was,
Yeah.
It'll literally.
I didn't get hurt, luckily. I think I broke a rib, but that's the only thing.
But it'll still rewire your brain to be
Yeah.
like, it'll give you remember.
But
you all
I
know
always tell
when you're
people
learning
not
how to
to do-
wheelie and you're first fucking dropping back before you're confident, that fear.
Well, dude,
As
I'm a
soon as
firm
you-
believer.
Listen, I always tell everybody, the same thing. The way I think is, when you wreck, do not let that, fuck with your brain.
Nah,
Yeah.
pick
You're
that
not-
bitch back up and
you
wheel it.
because if you don't, wheel it again, or like if you can, if you're not so hurt. But even if you're hurt, after you heal up, get back on that bike and do the same thing.
Oh,
that
yeah.
you just tried.
Yep.
Because in your head that small thing that you fucked up on or messed up on,
You can swear it's
you
good.
can. Okay.
Yeah.
We've been fucking cussing the whole time, bitch.
That small thing that you messed up on, you'll know in your head what you did wrong, to get yourself hurt,
Yeah.
and just overcome that fear.
I let that
Yeah.
shit take hand drags from me for so long, and then
I
literally
did.
like a month ago, I finally.
I used to do high idle no handers, and like I'd like rock the whole lot.
Gay as hell.
And-
But
I know, dude. I'm trying to float them, bro. We're trying to get there, but I used to do high idle no handers, sketch idle. And then I fell off the back, rotated my tailbone, which that was a weird injury, and then ripped the bike. Not only did I hurt, but the bike, it ripped because I was running the stock triple on the R7, it ripped the dirt bars through the stock triple, so I couldn't ride the bike for a couple weeks. And dude, I haven't done them since, man. It's so hard to get
It's
back
scary.
into that because I couldn't get right back on it
Yeah.
and try it again, so I still got
I
that.
guess
that
I guess
block.
next time you get hurt, just tell yourself you're gonna overcome that fear.
Yeah.
And because that's the number one biggest thing, what keeps you from getting better at riding your own bike is
Oh yeah.
overcoming what you just hurt yourself on.
Yeah.
Well, dude, it's all a mental game, man. There's all these. You can make up any excuse that you want, dude.
Yeah.
Anybody can get on these bikes and rip it, man. All shapes, all sizes. Yeah, it's harder for some than it is for others. But you got dudes like,
All it is seat time.
dude, you got dudes
You
like
get better and
Lee
better
that
every
are
time you
300 plus pounds and they're busting out
That's just so
circles,
cool.
stoppies, and it's dope. And then you have dudes like Pat and Pending that
Oh,
are
he's
dragging
good.
out
He's a
Ralph
street
Louis from the
fighter.
Jack
Yeah,
Straight
you're right.
because
I
they
love
don't weigh
watching
anything.
that.
And he weighs about
And
56
he
pounds.
shreds, bro. And I will say, I feel like it is easier for dudes that don't weigh anything because you don't affect how the bike moves.
That's cap. Nah, I disagree.
It doesn't-
I feel like some weight specifically, like, okay, on a dirt
Yeah.
bike, for example, when I'm doing a knee knocker, if I have my knees slightly over on the seat, that'll fuck up my whole deal. I'll be putting a little more weight on
Yeah.
the
But what,
side
and
of
I'm
my
saying,
side.
I'm not saying that it doesn't, but I'm saying like someone that weighs the weight that Zach weighs,
Yeah.
he can do that trick and it's not going to throw off the bike. I weighed 250 pounds last year, so like
Yeah.
anything I weigh more than half the bike. So anything I do transfers into the bike. Like if you were to go jump on a Grom, anything you do on the Grom is going to affect the Grom. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So it's figuring out how to work around
It might be time to put
work around everything. Yeah, it's starting to rain and we're getting long into this one. But
Yeah, I don't know if we need to move that in.
do we need to move any of the stuff in that's outside?
I don't know.
Probably.
Oh, what do we
I
got?
got
We got
this
some
really bad though.
Like,
If,
go
dude,
fucking take a little
honestly, we can, if we want to go ahead and call this one and we can pick up a part 2 at some point.
I'm
that
with
way.
it, or I'm fucking down with it.
Because dude, I feel like this is good, man. I feel like we killed it.
You guys
We
driving-
talked
are you
about
driving to Texas?
we're
tonight?
starting to drive. We got a hotel booked halfway. Yeah.
You got a hotel.
We got a
You're
hotel
locked in
booked.
with money. Why the fuck are you still here?
Because we fucking love you guys.
I love you too.
I'm here to hang out and talk bikes. Talk
Dude,
I mean, like, I ride, you know.
I feel like we covered a lot, bro. And there's always more to cover, man. And there's gonna be some stuff that happens between now and the next time we see each other. So
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
out
I'll
of
probably
state
get
homies,
arrested
bro.
in
I
Costa
see you
Rica.
guys 3 or
Please
4
don't.
times a
Yeah.
year.
I mean, I'd love to talk to you about these things, but please don't. Yeah.
I love the crazy stories, but like, stop.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, dude. I'm good.
I'm with that. I'm supposed to be in Texas in not too long.
Hey, we could pick up a part 2. Maybe we'll
Which
talk
part?
Roses.
Yeah.
Finally said it
Wherever
right
you are,
the first
baby.
time. on
North
podcast.
Texas, baby, come through. I got you.
Yeah.
I would
We
love
ride
to.
live, we can cruise around town, get a little escort. Hopefully not, but
Nah, it's CGI. None of it happened.
okay. It's sanctioned breaks.
Relax.
Great.
No, dude, we'll always have
Is
a good
that
time.
what we were doing?
Always a good time. Well, shoot, man. I love the hospitality, man. Thank
Yeah.
you. This was such short notice too. We literally asked you,
Very short.
talked to you about it previously, but
I'm
asked
the
you
coordinator,
yesterday
dog.
if you wanted to do it, and I said, where are we gonna do it? We said at Rosa's
I
house.
said in the garage.
And I was like, sweet, ask him if he wants to be on because I know he has a bunch of stories.
Yeah, he's a sick.
First
fuck, man.
podcast ever, killed it on the
Killed
streets.
it. What is this?
Yeah.
As bad as an interview, huh? You doing okay?
Yeah. I
You
don't
drink
like-
a couple beers and everything just kind of
Yeah,
floats.
it
huh?
kinda does.
It's crazy. You got a mic. You feel like you're fucking someone
Hey,
famous.
dude,
I
the
mean,
whole-
we are.
Nah.
Dude, you are all blacked out like a ninja, bro. I just like that all black mic. Black
Dude, it looked like a
shiesty.
cartel video,
Right?
bro.
No
Blacked out
shit.
hat.
We should put like a green screen. It could just be a
Put
floating
the fucking
face.
voice muffler on.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
We need the money wired by tomorrow, or you'll never see
Like
that.
every Vice News that's not a fake interview.
Dude. Oh man.
Pull up today's
always
papers,
a
they
good
know it's
time.
real.
Always a good time. Appreciate the hospitality, bro. We'll catch you guys in the
Yeah,
next one
always.
for sure.
Fucking love
Hit
you,
us
boys.
up anytime you're in
Appreciate it.
Texas,
We love
bro.
you.
It was a great
Always
time.
love it.
You should both go to Texas ASAP for real.
I'll come
I
right
do.
now. You just let me know.
Yes,
All right, later, Danji.
Well, I gotta stop the recording, dude. Fuck, I guess, yeah, bye, dude.